You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Hey, welcome. Here in this space, you are welcome.
And safe.
It's safe, and we are glad to see you.
Man, this feels really welcoming. I like this.
Yeah,
This is like a bright spot in a dark, dangerous world.
That's right.
We're like that old man in the cave in Zelda.
Take this.
You're right.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Take this podcast. We don't have a sword for you, but we got dick jokes.
And lots of frog pussy.
Nice.
It was, so we missed
Did we miss it last episode?
We missed it last episode because
man.
we recorded remote.
We got to double up.
Yeah,
the frog pussy is our powers combined.
Yeah, we can only do that in person. When we say it, we're literally looking at a real live frog pussy. So we didn't have the technology to do that on Discord.
There's an obsidian statue I've had crafted like Cthulian in nature of a frog pussy.
Arcane frog pussy. Yeah. Fuck, man. Be careful if you gaze into the abyss.
It'll gaze back.
It will gaze back at you.
You might get horny and like really fucking start questioning things.
Like my character in your Everyone is John game.
That's right, man. Patreon.com/TADPOG. You want to
Just scroll way down. Yeah, so Tyler and Dave and Ian play old games.
Welcome back, Ian.
Good to be back.
I'm glad to see all you boys and your fucking beautiful shining faces, and I missed y'all last week.
I did too. That's been the highlight of my week lately is coming out here. So now I'm just, last week I was sitting at home. It's like, yeah, this is something. It's okay.
Yeah, this is the third place I go to.
Yeah.
I got 3 places I go to, and this is the third one. And now I have 2 places to go to.
I got 3 looks, and that's it.
Right? What y'all been up to?
I was sick last week.
Tyler, you were sick.
I was. So on like Sunday, headache, crazy diarrhea, crazy stomach aches. Then I got a fever. So it's like
crap.
Well, I'm breathing, I'm not coughing, like everything. I don't feel like I have COVID, but
I can definitely smell because this diarrhea smells like diarrhea.
It also still tastes like diarrhea. Everything is fine.
Except for the raging diarrhea. Everything's fine.
Fucking bidet working overtime.
It's like the only
I usually
time.
just have angry diarrhea, not raging diarrhea.
It's the only time you ever like are glad you can smell it, right? At least I know I don't have COVID.
So my fever did end up breaking in the middle of the night. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's not it. I'm going to go to work, but I'm going to go to work and do my reports I have to with my office door shut.
I'm going to go to work and shit my pants.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I had to be very careful because like I just went to work, shut my door, got my reports done, had to run and shit several times, and then got a COVID test. And, they told me, well, because I had to call, the nurse line, and they scheduled me a test and take care of all that. And they put me off for a day to get the test back and all that. So for like 2 days, I mean, I was fucking sick. Like my stomach felt like it was going to explode. It was terrible. So I was convinced I've probably got food poisoning. Something happened.
Sure. Sounds like it. Yeah.
I took a rapid test that I bought at Walgreens just to make sure because I needed to go shit in the garage. Like there's a hose, there's a hose out there. So when I got a rapid COVID test, that was negative. So I was like, yeah, I don't feel like I don't have any besides like the fever that I had. It would go away during the day and come back at night, which I read that's a common thing. That's the way my whole life I will just run random fevers at night. They break in the middle of the night and I'm fine the next day.
Really?
Happens all the time. And then, so Monday, Tuesday, I get a call, test negative. All right, well, I'll be back to work on Wednesday. So, what is it? No, it's Tuesday morning. I get up. My fever's broken because, of course, it's daytime again. I sleep naked. So I'm laying in bed. Melissa's like, she didn't go to sleep until much later. I wake up. Well, I'll look at my phone a little bit before I get up. I don't want to wake her up. So I roll over, get my phone, stretch a little bit. It's like, oh, I'll get a little fart. Okay, I'll do a little fart. Do a little fart.
No.
Yeah, then I was like,
Shit the
that
bed.
feels that felt like a marble. That felt like a something wet just rolled out. So
A Gumby.
but I was like, well, do I?
Put it in a book.
So I jumped up, grabbed my robe, ran, used the bathroom, came back, and then looked down. It was just like, no, that's streak of liquid shit
Oh, no.
down the bed. So then at that point, when I'm standing looking at my shit in the bed, that's when Melissa opens her eyes, looks at me.
Good morning, love.
Hey,
Sniff, sniff.
I need this. I need this sheet. I need the fitted sheet. And she looks at me kind of confused. Shh, I just need the fitted sheet. Just let me go ahead and wake you up enough to peel it out from under you. Then she gets it. Doesn't say anything and then goes back to bed. It's not until 6 hours later that she mocks me for shitting the bed. So.
How exactly did she mock you for shitting the bed?
Oh, it was something about she'd made something a joke again when I had to go shit again. And something about shitting in the appropriate place now. So.
Would you like to bring a bed in the bathroom? Oh, man.
That was fun. I haven't shit the bed in a while. So I told her about the story. The last time I shit the bed was very sick to my stomach, and I sneezed, and it just rooster-tailed out all over the sheets.
I'm going to tell you a story that might make you feel better about shitting the bed. I thought about telling this on the show months ago when it happened, but I didn't. But now I feel like, okay, because I was like, I don't want to tell a gross shit story, and then it's like
Somebody
okay.
else better break that seal.
Right,
I'm not going to.
Yeah, now I'm gonna like, okay, well, catch on to that.
Somebody else get the knife from the pry bar up on that wax seal letter for the shit stories.
Yeah, now I get to ride your coattails because I know you don't really like
Rooster tails.
You're right, you're rooster tails. Yeah. I know you don't really like. I know that you don't really like shit humor, so like. I try to steer away from that.
If it has a good personal touch to it.
Well, yeah. If it's an embarrassing story, then yeah, we're good, right?
Yeah.
So I love Thai food. I love traditional Thai food, and we've got a really good restaurant here in town called Thai at Us.
Fuck yeah.
If you live in the area, which you don't, check it out.
Yep.
It's really good, and it's like you can order the dishes traditional, and they're really spicy, and it's great. So one of my favorite ones to get, I like to get the drunken noodles and I like to get the sesame chicken. They're both very hot. If you get it traditional and you tell them, just make it like you'd make it at home, essentially, to steal the Captain Gunner John Turley.
Yeah, he's right. That is the best way. I wanted how you eat it.
Right,
yeah.
right. So they always hook me up there and it's always great. It's fantastic. It does the next day, or actually that night, it does. I can feel it. It's working.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. It's pulsing, it's like I have an extra heart, but it's in my ass. So, I had one night a couple months ago, I had sesame chicken and man, it's really good. And there's like so many fucking seeds in there. I mean, that's what so many seeds, sesame seeds, and then it's like, they've got like the chicken is covered in this it's not watery sauce, but it's all like an oily. It's like an oil kind of, right? So it's like what I like to do, and they give you a side of rice. And what I like to do is put the chicken in the rice and then take all that oil that's at the bottom and just, coat that rice in it and then stir it up. It's really good. But man, I've stopped doing that because a couple months ago, last time I did that, I was... that night, I was feeling the heart, in my ass, and it's like, okay, this is fine. I got up several times to use the bathroom, and it's like, you know what? It usually isn't that bad for me. I'll usually have a controlled incident on the toilet, and it's like it's done. So it's like, okay, I go and have my controlled incident. It's like, all right, this is fine. And then I go to sleep, don't shit the bed. It's like, this is great. I wake up in the morning and I get in the shower. Thankfully, this was a Saturday. I feel like I have to fart in the shower.
Oh no.
And so I let it go. And when I do, I feel a little plip, 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 plip on the thighs, right? And so like I reach my hand down like in between.
Oh no.
And it's like, what is this? And I pull my hand back in the vision. It's fucking seeds. It's fucking seeds in my hand. And it's like, what the fuck? Am I a bird?
Do I plant these?
My ass seeds?
What will grow?
Seeds. And I was like, oh man, I'm definitely never going to tell this on the podcast. And then, here I am telling it on the podcast. So then I do the thing where it's like, okay, I'm in the shower. I'm soaked. I've got a handful of shitty seeds. So it's like, I got to like, what do I do? It's like, these aren't going down the drain. I'm not,
Oh, man.
So I'm like, okay, I guess I got to get out and transport these to the toilet. So I do that. And then
that post-tie shit seed flushing you do.
It's a tradition around here.
yeah. So yeah.
Most Thai households have the shit colander that'll catch the seeds.
Right. So yeah, I got it taken care of. No big deal.
Yeah.
Just a little embarrassing incident that no one knew about until right now.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is I no longer drizzle the oil on the rice. And it doesn't taste as good. It's not as spicy, but it sure as fuck doesn't lube up the slip and slide.
But also, you probably didn't know, most Thai cooking traditionally uses that Olean stuff they used to use for the wow chips in the 90s. That's the oil. Olestra, is that what it was?
Olestra, yeah.
Anal leakage, I think.
Yeah.
Literally
warning.
printed on the bag. Yeah. We used to have a lot of fun with that in high school. Anal leakage. Just makes you want to eat a whole bag.
I want to read the bag while I'm eating.
Yeah. You have a lot of time on the toilet.
Because then Melissa and I had our 5th anniversary on the 14th.
Right. Drew had
yeah.
sex on it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I really, for our 5th anniversary, I really wanted to do something special. But with COVID, I would have loved, because I want to take Melissa to Puerto Rico. I think that would be great. That's our destination goal. It's not expensive. It's very doable.
Yeah.
We can just go there. It's a U.S. territory. We can just fly there. Wonderful. Get everything that we want from going to a more foreign country, but hey, none of the hassle, and it's much cheaper and perfect. That's what I want to do. But with COVID, I couldn't rationalize it, because we go for a week or even just a few days, and it's like, okay, what if we came back and felt bad? Then we both have to isolate from Jack for 2 weeks, and that would just be a disaster.
Save a lot of money right now, though.
Yeah.
I got an email the other day. It's like, hey, man, you want to go to Miami? One-way ticket, $30. And I told Nikki, I was like,
we could go.
no, I was like, I'm going. Goodbye. It's like, I don't need a ticket back. Goodbye. I'm going to live in Miami. Make it work.
If I could think of the "Welcome to Miami," what's the Will Smith song?
Oh, man, I wish it was a Will Ferrell song.
What that mix. We kind of went back and forth about where we wanted to go eat, and she wanted to try that Grill 215. I think that's the
I've heard of it. I haven't had
one.
it.
Which it was nice.
It's in the Coke plant, right?
It's close.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm thinking of a different place. It's downtown. It's sort of by.
I'm thinking of
It's
a
a
spot.
215 Broadway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what. Yeah.
Near the river.
Which I don't like the name. I think that's kind of a dumb name.
It is a dumb name.
When we went in. I like the atmosphere. We didn't sit in the bar portion because we had Jack.
And he drinks like a fish.
He drank.
We got to keep him away from
I can't
that.
get him to relapse. I got to keep him away from
Right,
it.
yeah.
And looking over the menu, it's like, I want her to have a really good steak. So I was looking over their steak menu, and I was like, okay, get the filet mignon, because I saw that it was like.
Why didn't you go to the Ponderosa then?
You're right. Last time we went. I mean, she loved Ponderosa growing up.
Yeah.
Fucking loved
Her
it.
and my dad.
I remember.
I liked it.
I remember liking it as a kid. We went back, like 2 years ago to the one in Draftonville, and it was just like,
Yeah,
you can't go back. Because that's the same one we always went to growing up, but it was just like God damn, this is bad.
Only thing I liked about the Ponderosa was the fucking ice cream machine.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
was it.
That was,
Oh, the never-ending ice cream machine.
The
you mean?
never-ending ice cream machine.
Yep.
Yeah, that one. Where it's like people would just spit and sneeze in the sprinkles. Yeah, that one.
Where you approach with a plate
Right?
and then just go
Yep.
till it's empty.
Yep.
Hey, we need more ice cream over here.
Garçon.
I remember when we were feeling fancy, my dad would want to go to the Ponderosa that was in Metropolis.
Oh,
He's like,
shit.
that's the good one.
Was it?
That's the good one.
There's no way. No offense,
It was-
Metropolis.
I
but-
remember going and just like, this is the same shit comes out of a Cisco can than anything else. But my dad's like, no, it's better. This one's the good one.
It's the good one.
All right, Randy.
We crossed state lines for this.
So I noticed like, oh, this like they're doing this legit like dry age, 25 days, sous vide filet mignon. And I was like, please get this. She's like, okay, you sure? I was like, yeah, I think this will be the steak. And then they had something akin to pad thai.
Okay.
All right, that sounds good. Because it's kind of you can tell the chef, like he really, like Asian is his passion, but he had to mix some other stuff in there. The pad thai ish thing, I forget what it was called, but it wasn't pad thai, but it was very similar. Really, really good. She asked me on a scale of five stars, how hot do you want it? I was like,
8.
I was like, I don't want to be, I want to enjoy my conversation. So normally if it were me and you, Dave, I'd be like 5, and I'm going to sit here and we're just going to grunt and sweat through the dinner. And it's going to be great. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do 4. And she was like, she was like, trust me, please, like spicy. When I say spicy, it's spicy. And Melissa's like, please don't do it. I was like, okay, fine, 3 stars.
Okay. Wait a minute. Now, I'm sorry to keep interrupting you, but like if you've got a 5-star scale, it should be set up where they don't warn you at 4.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like they need to be like at 5 is where they're like, sir, are you sure?
This is big.
Yeah.
This is
But
bad.
But 4 seems like a bit much. Like, sir, and then you should have doubled
Give
down.
me those noodles.
Oh, I'd like 5.
Then I want 5.
Make it like you make it at home. You know, with boiling water in the microwave.
Some sriracha. But their 3 stars was spot on.
Really? Yeah.
It was like the perfect 3 stars at that place. So if you ever go, like that's the perfect heat level for me to be pushed to my limit for an enjoyable, constant eating experience. Melissa said that was the best steak of her life.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was like falling apart. Fucking
Now, how hot did she order
phenomenal.
that?
Everything.
4-star filet mignon, please.
Turns to your kid. Your milk, young man. Would you like? How hot would you like that milk?
We're the weirdest restaurant in existence.
How did
Just a
she?
glass of red milk. Just not strawberry red, like pink, like crimson red milk
What
with
is
seeds
this
in it.
milk?
Seeds. How did she get her steak cooked?
I've worked her down to medium.
Okay. I like a medium.
Mm-hmm.
If it's done right, it's like just enough. That's rare enough for me because I like more cooked meat, you know. But I do like the flavor of the rare, but I don't like it to be rare. You know what I mean? I need it to be warm pink or whatever that is.
Fuck,
Rafferty's.
marry, kill. Well done. Medium rare.
Well, I got to kill rare.
Blue and well done. Murder or kill.
Rare is gonna go, and
I don't like rare either.
I'm marrying medium.
Medium rare. Medium rare is where it's at for me. I like medium rare.
I like medium rare, whatever.
Rare skeeves me out. Like I can't
It's
do.
just meat.
Yeah.
You know, buddy, a bunch of people I know worked at Rafferty's. So I've eaten there a lot, and they actually have a really good fillet. It's nowhere near probably what that one is, but it's good, and they know how to cook them. So if you get a medium, it's done right.
Because usually I will order if I want a medium rare, I'll generally order like a rare, and I'm going to end up getting.
You're going to get a medium rare
in most places. Like
yeah, and I honestly might like medium because I order medium rare, and I probably get a medium.
yeah,
back.
it has to be like a good steakhouse that's actually going to get it right. If you
No.
a place that just happens to have steak on the menu, you're probably going to be off a step.
But usually when I eat steak, it's when my dad grills it, and it's like when I tell him medium rare, I definitely get it rare because I mean he's like, there you go.
Kill the stuff on the outside for you.
And I think he does it just to annoy my mom because like she can't stand it when her steak's undercooked. So yeah,
See, I'm a real proponent of like, however food is good to you is the way you should eat it.
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to gatekeep when it comes to food.
well, what can we gatekeep, man?
God damn it. We need to gatekeep something. Let's gatekeep gatekeep.
Podcast.
We can't gatekeep video games or Ghostbusters. God damn it, we gotta fucking
What can we-
gatekeep steaks. I'm a man, god damn it. Some would say.
But I'm also a proponent of try everything. If you don't like it, then so like don't just order your steak medium well. Try
Yeah.
all of it, and then if that's what you prefer, great. But don't just eat one and absolutely never try the
Sure,
others and just think
sure.
it's gross.
Well, and I was like that. I used to only get well done
Mm-hmm.
because I was afraid it was going to make me sick or something. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't really get it, but Tanya's about it. The rare meat.
Yeah.
You know, she wants, and she's encouraged me to go down a step to the point where I'm not going to go to rare. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. That just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
I worry
But
about
I
the
did step
sickness.
down. And I'm glad I did because I do enjoy that range, and I wouldn't have tried it if she hadn't encouraged
Yeah.
me.
I
to,
still,
so.
I'll still enjoy a well done steak.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's what I used to always eat as a kid, and it's like, I don't know, man. Like char doesn't like freak me out or
Oh, I
anything.
love it.
Like, especially on a burger. On a steak, it can be a little annoying. But
Well,
I
see,
mean,
I
it's
like a Pittsburgh style steak.
Oh, what's that?
So where they'll take a cast iron skillet, turn an oven on to 450 degrees, throw it in there, let the oven warm up the temperature with that cast iron in there the whole time. So the cast iron hits that temperature. Take whatever steak you want, pull it out, throw it on that cast iron, put it back in the oven, flip it, keep it on the cast iron. So you get something that is sort of, it's in between a rare and a medium rare, but the outside has the char on it. So you get
That sounds good.
the char and the crust, but then you still have the tender and juiciness. of
that
something
sounds
more
good.
akin to
does
I've never
sound
had
good.
that. I'd like to
Medium
try.
I've
that.
never heard
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
I had no idea until that was when I was the lead line cook at the country club in Maryland.
Yeah.
I had never heard of it until then.
I like that. Sounds
See, I'll
good.
eat burnt stuff like the burnt cheese. That's
Yeah, of
if-
course. It's great.
I eat that, or like if there's a little burnt pizza crust or something,
Yeah.
I eat it. I don't care. I like the taste of burnt stuff for some reason.
I want to.
Tanya will say, "Oh my God, I burned dinner."
Fuck yeah.
I can tell that it's not that it's overcooked, but it doesn't bother me. I
Yeah.
eat it anyway. I don't care.
You're never going to know when you're having a stroke. It's like, man, I love this burnt toast.
Oh, this is great. I'm not even eating toast.
I want to say for the record that I'm not for gatekeeping. I don't know if that came across as a joke. I feel like everybody here at the table got that, but I do feel like there were some people who were listening who were like,
Fuck yeah, he's right.
I love this show.
I'm going to keep gatekeeping.
Yes.
"No, that's what we do need to do. That is what we need to do."
What you guys been up to?
Playing a shitload of Animal Royale.
Animal
Nice.
Royale, baby, with cheese. Royale with
Nice.
cheese. Love that game.
Yeah.
God, we were just talking about it.
And I could talk about it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Ian and I were talking last night because Ian and I have been playing. We definitely think that you would hate it, Tyler.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
I wish you wouldn't hate it because I would say at least try it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it would be up your alley.
Yeah.
But
More
Man.
so than like what's that one that is the most like the perfect Venn diagram of everything I hate in a game.
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Yeah. Soccer, racing.
driving,
Yeah. Right.
Oof.
High competition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
To be fair, I don't like Rocket League either. I've tried to like it, but I just don't.
I like Rocket League with the Game Buds on the TADPOG Discord, but like outside of that, I would never play it. I would
Right.
never play it solo. I would never play it with God. Holy shit, never with randos.
Right? No, don't. That's how I've always played it.
Yeah, fuck. I'm not doing that.
Maybe that was my problem. But yeah, I was telling Dave earlier, when I brought it up a couple of weeks ago, that game, I just happened to see some random article that afternoon about this game called Animal Royale, and it was free, and I was like, fuck it. Yeah, now I'm playing at night. I've been playing, I've been having I've come out of my isolation, of my gaming isolation, finally, and I've been playing with Dave and Zal, and Phil's jumped in a few times.
Grim and
Nate.
Willie.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's been really fun.
Yeah.
Having them play with us, and it's just a great little game. It's so fun to get in and play and then die and then play again. I mean, it's just a perfect game for me.
This is going to sound ridiculous, but it gives me the same thrill as Ultima Online PvP used to give me.
I get that.
And I mean, it's all like kind of overview like Ultima Online is, and it's like there are mounts, and obviously in UO you didn't have guns that you were firing each other, but you did have spells.
Right.
Like it kind of scratches that itch. It's itch adjacent.
I hadn't thought about it, but you're right. It is.
And you die, and it's like, well, it sucks to die, but then you just start over. And
yeah, and I don't find myself getting mad when I die.
sometimes I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, when I'm second, usually I'm like,
yeah,
God,
like closer to
motherfucker.
when I make a dumb mistake.
Sure.
And I lose because of it, that. Not because I was like 28th place. I was going for something else. There's little achievements you can get to unlock stuff as you go through the game. And sometimes we would go in and just make the achievement happen.
Yeah,
Didn't even worry about combat.
Yeah.
Or winning.
And one time Zal and I went in and were doing just that. And I ended up destroying everyone that came in my vicinity, and we won that match. So it's unpredictable. And that's what I love about it. I don't feel like it's the same goddamn thing. It is, but it isn't. It doesn't feel like the same game every time, every round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, you go and you scavenge and you look for stuff and you do your thing and you fight. But to me, it just feels different every time. And that's what I love about it.
And it's a different experience playing solo and versus duos versus squads.
For sure.
Yeah, it's cool. It is. It's a lot of fun. I'm really glad that you introduced it, because I'm sleep deprived because of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it caught on with some of the others in the nation as well, because again, having a 4-player team is awesome. If you're doing squads and you pick up a rando, you know how that goes. Mm-hmm. They're off doing their own thing. Although we've had it work out in our favor. Mm-hmm. Some randos have just followed us and maybe died with us, or they started on the other side of the map and eventually we met up with them and did really well. So we figured that was sort of the litmus test when we're flying in, and our rando drops immediately.
Yeah, if they don't drop with us,
and we keep going because we've got a destination in mind where we want to be.
Yeah,
and we're like, well, he's dead. If he gets back to us, we might win this one, because this guy has survived by himself for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. I do like squads a lot, but solo is a lot less stressful for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because solo, it's just like, well, if I die, I'm not letting anybody down.
Anyone down. I get that.
And I almost kind of wish I like the strategic element where in squads, if you're downed, you crawl around and someone can res you. But at the same time, it's like,
just go, man.
You're right. Sometimes when I'm down, I'm like, man, I wish I was just dead. So it wasn't even an issue of like, well, we don't want to leave this loser behind. Let's try to get him up, and then everyone dies.
Well, I mean, how many times have I been getting rezzed when the gas comes over, and then everybody's dead, and I'm like, fuck, just go, leave. And they're not leaving.
Yeah.
I've got you, man. And then
we need to be worse friends, is what you're saying.
Exactly. But I am not particularly fond of solo. I am. I like to play solo, but playing duos or squads for me has been. Now, I haven't gamed with anybody in a while. It's been a long time. Usually I'm just solo gaming. I got rid of my PC and I was playing with guys from work and stuff, and it was just kind of I was done with it, This has brought that back into the limelight for me, and I really enjoy the playing and having the Discord going and everything.
I do like that. Yeah.
That's really fun, because I feel like
I just get stressed out sometimes
Yeah.
in squads because it's like, man, I'm gonna fuck up, and like I don't want to be the first one to fuck up.
Oh, well, no one wants that, but promise, I will probably be the first one to fuck up if we play together, so don't worry about it. But yeah, great game.
It's cool.
Just so much fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
I started playing Celeste.
Are you liking it?
I like it. I mean, I think it's very good. What's been very cool was Kenna loves it.
Really?
Kenna
Cool.
loves it because I was randomly playing it and she walked in the bedroom and she's like, "What's this?" And I explained it to her, and I started a new record for her to play it, and she figured out one of the puzzle rooms before I did, and
Cool.
she really enjoys it.
That's awesome.
Because I guess I'm about 3/4 of the way through it. I mean, I think I don't like pure platforming as much. I need like the action and combat element. And that's why Rogue Legacy, Hollow Knight. I like that aspect. So this game, I'm not going to love it as much, and I'm not like right now just thinking about, man, I want to fucking go back to it. I mean, it was really fun, and I'll finish it. It's a very good game, but
I need to play
it's
it.
not something that pulls me. Playing it, I did think you would really like it.
I've watched speedruns of it, and
You're much
watching
better
that
at
is
pure
like-
platformers than I am.
It looks like fun. It looks like a really, really fun game. I own it. It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know, man. If I can't beat it in a sitting,
You might be able to.
yeah, I've heard it's pretty difficult, which is good.
Mhm.
Like I want a challenge, but I don't know, man. It's weird. I get on these like I'm much more drawn to games like Super Animal Royale, to go back to it, where it's like, well, I can play one game and that's like 10 minutes long, but I'm gonna do that for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Mm. There was like a very sharp difficulty spike at the beginning. And like I had to set the controller down and walk away and pace and cool down several times to go back to beat it. Because Kenna was like, can you beat it? Can we,
Yeah.
So I kept going back to it, but I had to take a
You
break.
do it.
It was, yeah.
You fucking try.
You're pretty close to it, so come on.
Yeah, let's go. You figure that puzzle room out. Do
I
it.
think that is where she'll stop playing it, though, is once she gets to that part. Like the first
That difficulty
boss,
spike.
it's just like you have to play fucking frame perfect. Like I was astonished at how hard it was. Like, is this how hard this game is going to be? Like, this is like, I'm at the very first like boss section, and holy shit, this is hard. I eventually beat it, and then nothing has been as hard since.
Interesting.
So, at least in my opinion, because
It's almost like they want to test you to see if you're worthy.
Maybe
We're just gonna lay it on super thick right at the beginning, and if you stick it out, you'll be glad. We'll take it easy on you later, but for now, you're in fucking trouble.
But it's definitely good. I'd recommend it to anybody who likes a challenging platformer.
I've been wanting to check it out. I have it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those. Where it's like-
I watched the 2019 TADPOG did it for Games Done Quick.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god! Everybody in the audience is like, "What the fuck?" Oh, oh. Like I've never heard. I mean, most people will
People in the audience are
applaud
crying.
and laugh, but yeah, everybody. It was like showing a new Zelda off at E3 because people were just, "Oh my god, what?"
E3? What's that?
We get show notes of the grown men crying
Yeah.
at E3 watching Twilight Princess be announced.
That is pretty good. It's so good that it doesn't seem like it's real almost. You know what I mean?
Those are plants. Those are Antifa plants that have been put there.
Henry's still on Minecraft. Man, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like he shows me something like every day where I'm like, how old are you? You did this shit? Because I don't know. It's like it's definitely stuff I couldn't do. And it's like, holy
I
shit.
think Minecraft
man.
is good for kids.
I do too.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a limit to it. There's definitely like, oh, you're getting super frustrated. Give me the Vita before you break it. Because that's
I know.
daddy's. You can break your shit if you want. Don't break my shit.
Cohen's tried to play a little Minecraft, and he's gotten into it some, but he's still on that. Well, right now he's playing Animal Crossing, and he's, not doing great. Like, he's fine with it, but I go to his island. Like, yesterday he stayed the night with us, and I promised him I would play with him. Because the first time, I let him go on my island. Like, while I was working, I just opened the gate and put the thing to the switch to the side and said, showed him how to go while he was inside. I said, "Come on over.
Harvest my money trees.
Go get you some money. I don't care. Take what you want." Excuse me. And he goes and he does it. And of course, he's fucking can't believe. I come in the house for my break, and he's like, how does your island look like this? Because, it's like complete. It's curated. I worked on this thing for well over a year.
A long time.
To get it where I wanted. And I haven't messed with it much since I got it where I wanted. I just clean it up, whatever. But he couldn't fucking. How long did it take you to do this, Pappy? Yeah, like a year and a half, bro. He said,
half of your life.
Half of your life. I said, he's like, oh man, I want my island to look good like that. I said, okay, well, it's going to take a long time and a lot of patience. And the first fucking thing I want you to do is pick up all these goddamn weeds. I swear to, I flew over I went to his island last night because he was, like I said, he was at the house. And so I was sitting with him on the couch and I had my gear set up and he had his little switch and he'd go over to his island. I'm flying over it. There's weeds everywhere, literally everywhere. I think he actually somehow made more. I don't know. There was a pair of pants down there. There was a shoe.
So I grounded him.
You're
grounded until you clean your island.
There's some cherries. Oh, it triggered the shit out of me. And I was like, dude, you got to pick up all these weeds. I said, you can sell them. You can make money. Well, I had just given him $1 million bells.
People love weed.
Yeah,
it's true. They're trying to legalize it.
Pay you good for it. I had just given him $1 million. I have so much money. I just gave him $1 million bells. I said, put this in your bank. You can buy whatever you want. Just when you need it, you can pay off your house. I don't care. Here's you some money. Well, I said, you got to pick up these weeds. You got to clean up the island so that you can get people to move in, the spiel. And he's like, well, I don't need money. I said, fuck. I've already spoiled him. But, I mean, I think he is doing the stuff. He's got a house, He's figured out how to get a house, and that's really neat. And I gave him some recipes that he didn't have, let him come to my shop and buy the recipes he didn't have yet because the shop wasn't open. And he's enjoying that. But also, he's 5, and he's like, okay, let's go play. I'm like, what do you mean play? I'm like, you want to dig up some trees and relocate some stuff? No, let's just play. I'm like, all you can really do in this game is kind of run around. He's like, let's do that. So we ran around, for a few minutes. And it was boring as shit.
Right,
He
course.
had fun.
Yeah,
and that's all
yeah.
I cared about.
Yeah, we do that too. Henry's like, let's play school. And it's like, fuck, I hate playing school so much.
It's like, you're in school all day, 5 days a week, dude. Why do you want to play school?
Just so he can boss me around.
Oh.
No, that's like 1,000% what it is. Because he's the teacher, of course.
Of course.
And then
he's
Nikki and I are the students. And I'm the rebellious student, always.
I'm not doing what you say.
Yeah, he's constantly clipping me down.
Daddy, whose student are you going to be? I'm going to be Brittany, the girl with the brat kink. So, yeah. Be ready for that.
Yeah, it comes by naturally, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
He got a Halloween mask yesterday. Tanya took him to Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
And he got a plain white, just a white mask. It's not even
like a Mike Myers.
It's not Michael Myers. It's just a
Michael
plain.
Myers. Sorry, not the.
He loved
not a Wayne's World.
Not
mask.
a Wayne's World mask.
Donkey.
It's not that white. Cha-cha-cha-cha.
It's not Canadian white.
Yeah, baby. No, he wants it to be a Michael Myers mask.
Okay.
He thinks Michael Myers is great. Well, he thinks Michael Myers is great until he met Michael Myers in person one Halloween when we were doing the Jefferson Street thing.
That dude who walks up,
So there was a Jason and there was a Freddy and there was a Michael Myers, and they had like screen accurate costumes. These people went all out. And of course, he loves the music. We don't let him watch the movies.
Sure, you got to love the music.
But he loves do.
Yeah.
He plays it on his iPad all the full volume all the time. He taps the table. He loves it. He's been into that song since he was
It's a great song.
a little kid, like 3.
I haven't seen any of those movies. I know that song.
Yeah. So we're out there in Halloween, and there's Michael Myers. We're like, hey, dude, there's Michael Myers. You should go up. He's giving out. Let's go see him. Let's go visit. He's like, no. He was terrified.
That's the guy who kills people, right?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go.
But he got this mask. It's just this white mask, and he loves it. It's his favorite fucking thing. He puts it on. He wears it all day. He's been scaring the shit out of me and Tanya.
No shit.
He tries to do jump scares, and that never works. But like yesterday, I was outside cleaning up my front yard, mowing. And that little shit, I don't know how long he was there. He stood behind the screen door and just stared at me. And I had my AirPods in, I had the blower going. I didn't know. I walk up to the steps, start blowing some leaves, and I turn around and Jesus, fuck! He's just standing there, like perfectly still, staring at me. I was like, "That's how you scare motherfuckers. That's how you do it."
You did it.
But yeah, he's been into that.
That's how you kill Pappy.
Hey, I don't have COVID. I feel like I should probably say that. Yeah, that's why we're doing it, not remote. We decided to be super unsafe.
Yeah, we all got COVID now, so we're all just doing it.
Yeah, it's
we're
fine.
quarantining together.
Yeah.
New podcast called The Pure Bloods.
New podcast. I'm pretty sure that exists.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got 2 tests. They both get back negative. So
Good deal.
Good to go.
I'm the only one at the table that hasn't had a COVID test. Knock wood. I don't need to.
This is my first one I've ever had just the other day.
These are my 3rd and 4th. 3rd and 4th tests. They're not bad. They're fine.
Not bad anymore.
Yeah.
I remember when
I didn't get one of the
early
OG
ones.
tests.
Yeah.
Like the one where they had to scrape the bottom of your brain.
Yeah,
with
where they
or
do the Egyptian
Q-tip.
mummification. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the little hook. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you don't have COVID.
Thank you. Me too. Yeah. It sucked wearing my mask in my house for 4 days. Yeah, that was awful. And I
bet.
Not kissing Nikki for 4 days and or hugging Henry or anything like that. Yeah, it sucked. We were pretty sure I didn't have it, but why fucking, roll the dice?
Yeah, no, you can't do that. You have to be careful.
Well, you guys want to talk about the Doomsday Warrior?
We can if you want to.
For about 10 minutes before we do something else.
We can if you would like to.
Sure.
Doomsday Warrior.
Just get it out of the way.
This is a Super Nintendo podcast, after all, I hear.
Yeah.
It's not exclusively a how did I shit myself this week and eat food this week podcast.
Do I have COVID? What video games do I play?
You're right. Yeah. Do you guys?
Which when we have a good 40-minute intro, that tells you all you need to know about the game.
There's
There's your SNES review right there.
hidden gem. Yeah, there is a correlation between how long the intro is to how good the game is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you hear that, Dave?
I do hear that. It sounds like a tiny Michael Myers playing a tiny Casio keyboard. Standing at a screen door, scaring the shit out of his pappy, which of course, ushers.
I gotta interrupt you, Nick. The way you said that reminded me of a story. So there's a place up the road called Off the Hoof. That is
Off the Hoof.
Off the Hoof. It's
dog, this shit is off the hoof.
That's what Melissa's like. Is it because of that? Is that why they call it that? Is that I was like, I don't know. I know. So it's a butcher shop / restaurant.
It's right next to Off the Grain. That shit's off the grain, son.
I was like, I guess I always thought it was just like it's so fresh. It's like you're cutting it off the hoof, but I guess it could be off the hoof.
That's way grosser.
Yeah, but we were sitting there at the gas station where you can see the big sign, and she was like, "Off the hoof."
my hoof.
And I looked at her. She's like, "What? You want to go to Off the Hoof?" And I was like, "Hoof?
What?"
It crashed over her. She was like, "What the hell? Why did I say hoof?"
I get it. I've been there before. I can't remember what word it was. I talked about it a couple months ago where I just read it and it's like the word just couldn't, my brain just couldn't fucking comprehend how it was pronounced.
It was peninsula, wasn't it?
No. There is Man, so like with Henry reading and everything, like we're getting into so much shit like that where it's just like, just because a word looks like that doesn't mean that it sounds like that. And it's super annoying because English is fucking weird
Fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
and tough to learn. So
Because we were driving home, and she was like, hoof. hoof.
Roads.
Hoof.
Roads.
Roads.
And she looked at me.
Rowads.
Hooves. Hooves.
Right.
Hooves. Damn it.
My hooves. My hooves.
Of course, I hear those clip clopping,
Clippity clopping hooves.
which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave reads from Wikipedia. Guys, Doomsday Warrior, known in Japan as Taiketsu Brass Numbers, is a 1992 Super NES fighting game developed and published by Telenet, Japan's subsidiary Lasersoft. Lasersoft.
Laser soft.
You don't hear names like that much anymore in the 2020s.
It's because lasers aren't that big of a fucking deal now.
Man, they were a huge fucking
Back
deal.
then,
Huge
definitely.
fucking deal. I remember being on when laser pointers like first became like commercially available.
Uh-huh.
$600 laser pointers.
Right. And so a friend of mine in high school, both his parents were doctors, so of course he got a $600 laser pointer.
He was shining them at fucking jet planes, wasn't he?
He was shining them at cars. We were on a band trip in
Shit.
the bus, and they called the police on the bus
I bet they did.
because they thought there was a sniper in the bus, apparently. So he hid that pin real good. So to this day, until right now, where I didn't identify him, but until this day, no one knows.
I have an idea where he might have put it.
Yeah. It wasn't my ass, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh, then forget it. I was wrong. Sorry.
I only accept mag lights.
It is seeds.
The big ones.
Right? I'm a size queen when it comes to like lighting devices. Whenever I go to Radio Shack, I'm like, now will this allow me to achieve anal orgasm? Never mind.
Do you have any flashlights that crook up at the end a little bit?
Yeah, I'm looking to find my cum button. What flashlight you
I need
got?
a flashlight that looks like
Count Dooku's
Count
lightsaber.
Dooku's lightsaber
Yeah.
is exactly what I was thinking of. I'm glad you got in my head right there.
I was there with you, man. So this video game came out in Japan on November 20th, 1992. That's early.
It's an
Let's keep
early
that in mind.
release.
That's early. And later localized by Renovation Products in North America in March 1993. Hold on to your butts. You're probably not going to believe this next line, but this game was created during the fighting game trend of the 1990s
No.
that was popularized by Capcom Street Fighter II.
Stop lying.
Stop lying. And then that's like the opening. That's like the opening paragraph on Wikipedia.
So what Telenet is known for hastily slapping together games to try to get there early. So they're known for shitty, unpolished versions of things.
I think Valis, I think is like their big series, which is like I've heard of many times. I've never played a Valis game, but like that's kind of like their hit.
Yeah.
I had never heard of this game, Doomsday Warrior, in my life.
Mm-hmm.
For good reason.
Yeah.
I think it's really bad. I think it
Damn good
sucks.
reason. This game, this is probably the first game in memory that I can remember. Like I sat down, I played it, I got to Shadow. I beat Shadow once, had to beat, you have to fight Shadow again. So I was like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. This game is really, really, really boring.
It is super boring.
And I don't want to have to do this weird gauntlet of bosses in a really boring way. Okay, I'm done. This is sufficient.
It's boring and weird in like the worst way to be weird because it's like, I guess they wanted to be different than Street Fighter. And I don't know how the timeline.
How can we be different? Well, worse. All right.
Yeah.
I know. I've got it. Make one of the buttons be your jump.
Right. What the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't want that.
It's a
Unless
terrible
it's Smash
idea.
Brothers. It
Right.
works.
In a
Yeah.
weird configuration because you could change in the options, 2 different controller styles, but all it does is mix up what is kick and what is punch.
Right.
Your jump is still the awkward button that it is.
Right.
Like I would want button to be the bottom button, like it is in like Mega Man or anything. That I like that as the jump button, like in Mario. No, we're gonna make it A or whatever. What would be on a Super Nintendo? Like that's awful. And then kick and punch, and I would get them confused when I've. It's fucking,
and it's also super boring that it's like there is a kick button and a punch button. Like there's no like light punch, medium punch, heavy punch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just fucking punch.
3 buttons and block.
And block, which is also a button, Mortal Kombat style, which weirdly, like when I was playing Mortal Kombat, when it was like current, having a block button never bothered me. But like, holy shit. Now, when block isn't just back,
yeah,
it bugs the shit out of me.
Mhm.
Because I'm always forgetting to block. Because I'm used to just holding back,
Right.
So I'm
And
like
it auto
constantly,
blocks.
fuck. Every character has about 2 special moves that they have, and they're all charge moves. So it's
Yes.
like there's no like quarter circle forward, half circle forward, any of
You
that.
got to go
stuff.
back and then forward plus button
Right, and then
or
that
whatever. Yeah.
that does a really stupid move.
Yeah.
And what there is one thing that they do that I do think is cool, and that is the longer you charge, the more powerful the special will be.
Mm.
So it's like
Oh,
if,
I did not know that.
if the fireball is charge back forward punch, if you hold back for longer when you do the move, like the projectile will go farther. I think that's neat. Something that I think really sucks is that when you're playing against the computer, they do not have to charge their moves. They just
hit
use
'em.
them.
yeah.
And that's super annoying because you do have to charge your moves,
Yep.
and they're just like at the snap of a finger throwing fireballs, doing their
And it's
stuff.
not like they're different characters. You're fighting the ones you can play as, and yeah, you have to go through the motions, whereas they do not.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
If it were different characters that you were fighting all together, that would at least be something. But
Yeah, it would be an excuse.
it would be an
Right.
excuse. It would be a poor excuse.
Yeah.
I thought when you said something interesting, I thought you were going to say that when you finish a match, however much health you have left, you get to take the health is in like 4 sections, 4 blocks, and it goes down normally, like incrementally, little bits at a time. But each block, if you have multiple blocks however many blocks you have of health at the end of the match, which is also, it's only one fight. You don't have to do best of 3.
Yeah, that is true in the single player. Yeah,
Yeah, in single player.
Uh-huh.
But however many of those health blocks you have left at the end, you get to take those into an area where you up your strength, you up your hits, and you up your stats. Basically,
Yeah, you can increase your punch. You can increase the power of your kick, your soul power,
which I don't know what that
I
is.
think that increases your special move damage.
Gotcha.
You can increase your defense, and you
Yes.
can increase your vitality. I think so. It's like that's kind of neat.
I thought that was a neat feature.
That's neat.
I liked it.
It does pose a problem, and that is it's one of those games where it rewards you if you're good at the game. So it hinders you if you're worse at the game. If you're just starting out,
It's harder to get better.
right?
Right,
because
you can't build up your
you're hobbling yourself.
yeah, you
because,
can't build
yeah.
up your stats faster and
So
get
it's
even
it's
better.
it's kind of weird. I to me it makes more sense where a game would get harder the better you are at it. To kind of like give you some longevity. Like, oh, I can play this game for years because I don't know. This is going to be a poor example, but like Diablo, for example, where it's like, okay,
Diablo
well,
2 today.
right, yeah,
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna pass on it. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, but are you gonna get it? The
Yeah.
Diablo 2 remaster? There is. But like I feel like those games, like Diablo, those games do a good job of like, well, okay, you finish the game, all right, well then you just play it harder, play it on a harder difficulty, and it's like you can like control that curve, and it's like you can get more juice out of it that way. But games like this, where it's like the better you get at it, literally the easier the game gets, not because of your skill, but because your stats are better.
You're now more powerful than them right out of the game.
Right.
And it's going to take 2 or 3 hits especially if it's a powerful special move.
But even, I mean, even as I played as Daisy, the dancing flower.
I did too.
Because she's the fast one and she has strong leg moves.
Yeah, she has
her throws are powerful.
The throws, I couldn't even figure out exactly how I kept doing those. So I just
fucking
focused on
throws.
leg power, and that was leg power and defense is just how I went. And maxed out leg power in a character who I read has strong leg moves. And I was beating the fuck out of enemies, and they hit me twice for the same amount of damage.
Yeah, I
every
did
single
think
time.
that was unless you hit them with a throw or a special move or
Those
something. I got
throws.
pretty
We
good.
got to talk about those fucking.
I got
throws.
pretty good at it with her.
God, I never got.
She
good
has
at them.
she has two throws. 3 different
Yeah.
characters have 2 throws, which make them better characters than the rest.
Hers is it's like a body slam. She flips him around and body slams him to the ground, and the other one she flips him around and hits him into the ceiling.
right,
And then she's also got a scissor kick.
which is like the guile.
it's
snap
impossible
kick
to
kinda
hit
deal.
with though, because it's just easy to see coming. But those are pretty powerful moves, and like I said, I got pretty good at pulling those off, but not good enough to matter because, like you were saying, just punches and kicks and stuff didn't do enough damage on their own.
Yep.
And you had, and I think they probably do that at least playing the computer because it's only one fight. It's best of one, right?
Yep.
And I think they're trying to stretch it out a little bit.
Too long.
Too long.
It's fucking
Way
too
fucking
long. Your life regenerates slowly, but it's
Very
like
slowly.
fucking. God, stop.
5 different segments. So if you're on that one segment, it'll regenerate. And it's
And
It goes on forever.
I thought I was having when I noticed the health was going up. I thought it was that thing that always happens to me when I look at a clock with a second hand. It always looks like the second hand goes
It's going the
backwards the
wrong
first
way.
time.
Yeah.
I thought I was seeing something like that, but I read that it's regenerating for what it's worth. But then they'll turn around and hit you, and you're dead. I mean, bam, bam, you're gone. Unless you can master the special moves, it's nearly impossible to beat an enemy.
Master the moves to master me.
That's right.
My favorite
Are
thing
you
about
tough
Daisy is her. It looks like she's wearing leggings that have.
Leopard spots. is
They
what
look
I
like
said.
the large intestine pattern.
Yeah.
Like she went into like a weird store and was like a weirder Spencer Gifts and was like, I want those leggings that have large intestine prints on them, please. I think they're supposed to be like roots or something because Daisy, the dancing plant girl, is an interesting woman in the fact that her blood and hair contain chlorophyll. There's a fun fact about Daisy.
More like Borophyll.
got her.
Man, I haven't thought about that movie in a minute. I love it. Something wrong with her medulla oblongata. That is, of course, from the Doom Squad section of the Doomsday Warrior instruction manual.
So looking over, because you'd sent me some good links.
Yeah, there's a story to this game.
Oh boy,
And
boy is there.
I know that you like to share those sometimes.
All right. Closing in on the day of doom. Nature was not at the root of these problems.
We need to have the Bastion like behind your narration. That's what I like this.
The Wanderer.
Yeah.
He fell off and died. The end. Just kidding. Nature was not the root of these problems. It was the work of the Doom Squad, an evil enchantress named Main, M-A-I-N, which, maybe they meant M-A-N-E once you see her, but still, come to Earth from the planet Dizin and recruited the Doom Squad. Dizin was overpopulated, so she wanted to use the Earth as a temple to her magical discipline. With the 7-member Doom Squad began its assault on Earth. Maine realized she had to change her attack methods. To be successful, she primed the Earth to become a gigantic battle arena to weed out a Doom Squad traitor who broke through Maine's mind-controlling spell. The only member who didn't succumb to the spell would become the collective good in man and was powerful enough to turn one the other way. Don't understand.
That's
what I just read.
weird. Yeah.
Maine sent out the 6 Doom Squad members to end the uprising of the one with a strong will and mind. Can the Spellbreaker survive and become the Doomsday Warrior before Maine continues her diabolical plot to control Earth? The day of doom is beckoning. It's beckoning and reckoning. It's
reckoning.
Rebecconing.
A fighting game, all Rebecca's. You got
Rebecca.
You got Becky from Tailspin. You got Aunt Becky from Full House.
You got both Beckys from Roseanne.
Oh fuck yeah, they're like Echo Fighters. All right, who else we got? Who else we got in the Becky fighting game?
Oh shit, you've got was there a Becca in Flash Forward?
Man, I don't even know. I don't think I ever saw Flash Forward. I might be out on my Beccas and Beckys.
Was it Rebecca from Cheers? Wasn't that Kirstie Alley's character? Am I thinking?
Yeah. Yeah. I always just called her Kirstie Alley.
I think it is.
I think that's right.
Oh, it's Veronica. No, it's a different show. I'm drawing Becky blanks.
Becky Blank. Well, I got all the easy ones out.
Yes, Rebecca Howe.
Nice. She is the Doomsday Warrior. Her hair also is made of chlorophyll. Diane's is made of borophyll.
For sure. I watched The Money Pit last night.
I've never seen The Money Pit.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
She's in it.
Oh, yeah?
She's Diane.
Diane,
She's
yeah.
Shelley Long.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually good in it, but she's still kind of boring. you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I like her, all right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, of course.
It's a good movie. You should check it out.
All right.
Yes, there was a Becca in Flash Forward.
Now, what is Flash Forward?
I loved Flash Forward
It's
as
like
a
a
kid. It was a
kid's
Disney.
show?
It was a Disney Channel show.
Okay.
Becca was Jewel State from Firefly,
Oh.
and she was in it with Ben something, who was
Stiller.
the first Archangel in the X-Men and X2 or whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay.
God, I loved Firefly.
I haven't seen all of it. I know it's short.
Firefly. Yeah, I mean the movie. I mean Serenity was. I mean I've heard they're rebooting it with different actors, but we'll
It's
see.
just not going to hit the same. I just remember that's the first thing I ever watched on Netflix, on the streaming service.
The Office for me.
But I never had seen it,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Fuck, I'll watch it." I went into that show apropos of nothing. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be this old west in space, and it blew my mind. I loved it. And then I found out its history, where the reason it only
actually
had
happened like centuries ago.
no, the reason it didn't go more than one season is because when Fox originally aired it, they aired it out of order. And people were confused and just tuned out and said, fuck this.
Yeah.
And it was Fox that fucked it up. Then to redeem it, they made Serenity
Yep.
to try and wrap it up, which really it was just like almost as if the show hadn't happened.
Yeah, and it just made you want more with that ending.
Then it makes you want
yeah.
more. So yeah, it was a sad thing because I was really into it. I really dug it. And also Jewel, man, she's good looking.
Yep.
It's so, and the chick that plays, what's her name? Morena Baccarin.
Oh, the companion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's in it. She's the one that plays Deadpool's girlfriend.
Oh, okay,
in the
yeah.
movie. I fell for her hard so that was the first thing I'd ever seen her in. So I was like,
okay.
oh shit. Anyway, sorry.
Rebecca Black, you guys remember her?
Oh, yeah,
her hit
yeah,
Friday.
Hit Friday.
Yeah.
And her not so good follow up Saturday. So
Did that actually? Is that a thing? Is
Yeah,
that real?
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Wasn't the girl from Scott Pilgrim's name Rebecca?
Ramona.
Ramona. Damn. Thought I had one. That would have been the good one too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there are so many more Rebeccas. They're just not coming to mind.
or more Beckys. Let's see.
The beckoning.
Yeah, I like it.
List of famous people named Becky. I don't recognize that one. I don't recognize that one. I don't recognize that one. I
Well,
don't
look up
recognize that one.
characters named Becky, not people's named.
Look up animals named Becky. Let's get real specific.
I think Becky would be a good name for a koala bear.
I like that Tyler sent me a TikTok about koala bears where a guy goes off on koala bears for a
Fucking hate koala
solid
bears.
3 minutes.
Was its name Becky? Oh, or was he just venting about koala
Just
bears
about
in general?
koala bears in
Oh,
general.
gotcha.
Yeah. There was some shit about koala bears I did not know. I knew that they did, like 80% of the population is infected with chlamydia. Like I knew that.
I didn't know that.
But I did not know that like eucalyptus is poisonous. I knew that. But like in order for koalas to like digest eucalyptus, they have to like build their body up to do it. So the way that they do that is the baby koalas will suck on the anus of the mom koala to go ahead and get that eucalyptus poison a little bit in their system.
Are you being fucking serious?
I mean, that's what TikTok told me.
Holy
So
shit.
Yep.
Okay, that is nasty.
it's nasty.
It makes them a
Yeah.
lot less cute in my mind. Now all
Yeah.
I'm ever gonna think about when I see a fucking koala
Don't
bear
kiss
is-
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't do it.
because
They're
and
like some of
definitely
the
don't
most-
fuck one because you're gonna get chlamydia.
Well,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And there's some of the most stupid animals like in existence that have completely smooth brains,
Right.
tiny
Oh,
smooth
shit.
brains.
Man, I fucking hate those things now.
Yeah,
God,
I know, right?
thanks TikTok.
They're
I mean, I still like the noozles.
different. They're magical koalas.
Now I want like
They're awakened koalas, so it's better.
I want deviant art of the noozles sucking each other's anuses.
No, that's what the blue one has to tell the human girl. Like, if you're gonna go to our world through Ayers Rock, you
Yeah.
need poison resistance.
Here's how to get it.
Suck my anus.
Zip.
I want to help you find your dad. Suck my asshole.
All right, did you do it? Great. You have chlamydia now.
So here's some antibiotics.
That's
for
the
the
pink
chlamydia.
one. Flips her off and goes through the portal.
The pink one's name is actually chlamydia. That's her true name.
Just falls backwards into the portal.
She's there. Every character in the noozles is actually a horseman of the apocalypse. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Oh, you put the phone down, so I'm assuming we got all the Beckys.
I'm looking for famous Becky characters, and
Does David Beckham count?
Rebecca in the Bible, the mother of Jacob and Esau.
All right, of course, yeah.
And there's a lot. I mean, so far it's just human ones that I do not recognize.
Human ones.
I mean, who is Rebecca Ann Baker? I don't know.
So we got them all then, I guess.
I guess
You
so.
Sounds
got
like
'em
you
all.
hit the
All right.
main ones.
Small roster, much like Doomsday Warrior.
Exactly.
There's only like, what, six characters?
Six playable characters, which is 3 more than
Oh, there's a Rebecca
the other
from
fighting game we
Resident
played. Tough
Evil.
enough.
There's a
Oh.
Rebecca. There's a Rebecca in Resident Evil,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Zero.
Okay. But none of the move sets were good on any of the characters. I thought that they were kind of big and kind of awkward to play, just in general.
I didn't like the music very much.
No.
I didn't dislike it, but it was kind of like, it was just there.
Fair to middling.
I thought the backgrounds were okay.
Yeah, that was all right.
I thought the character designs were like also okay.
I like the way they look. I
Yeah.
was referring to the movement, and that's a gameplay.
Sure.
mechanic thing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like the range is totally fucking crazy
I have
on
to
them.
share something
Please.
that I think is funny.
Please.
So I just scroll back. Oh, there's Rebecca Black.
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca Black, not a bad looking girl.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll over, see someone who looks like Rebecca Black, not quite as pretty. Her name, Rebecca Brown.
Ah, Rebecca Navy Blue.
It just keeps going
A
down.
percentage of men can't tell them apart.
Rebecca burnt sienna.
Some of the other characters are Sledge. He is the hero of Earth,
Mhm, the Ryu, the main character.
right? And the art in the instruction manual is actually for these characters is actually pretty damn good. Like he kind of looks like Super Saiyan Vegeta, kind of, sorta.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I do think that there is like this game is absolutely inspired by late '80s anime,
Yep.
and I think that's cool.
The ladies, as I call them.
The ladies, hey ladies, ladies' night,
Ladies.
which I do think is cool. I just wish that it was just a better game. Because like when you do the throw moves, which do so much fucking damage, you get that like anime, like you get the anime streaks, like that kind of like happen.
Or that
and-
lightning-y, explosion-y.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like
It's dramatic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked that.
I like
it felt
that.
good.
I like that too, but I just wish I could have done those
done it
fucking
more.
moves. There is Laban, military deserter, who is the kin to
Ray-Ban, the
Sledge's
sunglasses.
Yes, the knockoff Laybans.
Lay-Bans. I know a genuine Panaphonic when I see one.
A Sorny.
Or Sorny.
Yeah, it's a genuine Sorny. There's Amon.
Amon.
Sandals Resort.
Amon.
I hear that if you want to become accustomed to eucalyptus poison, you can just suck on an
Suck
Amon.
on an Amon.
He is the heavy metal king, and he looks like it because
Looks like somebody out of Guar.
right,
Yeah.
like Guar meets Kiss.
Yeah,
kinda.
exactly.
Yeah, well, not like as
not as hardcore as Guar,
Yeah.
but not as softcore as Kiss.
never go
Just
full
right in
Guar.
there. Never go full Guar.
It's like Mad Max.
right.
Yeah.
And then he is essentially like the Zangief of the game because like he's the big guy. And what I liked in single player, I learned is his kick. A lot of times, if you could just land one kick, you just repeat that kick over and over again, and they don't know how to deal with it.
Well, and also there's a stun. Like if you hit somebody enough times in a row, they'll be stunned briefly. So
Right.
there's that.
And that's when you're supposed to throw them. But I always forget because
Yeah.
like the game feels so slow that like I'm already doing something
Feels
else.
very
Exactly.
slow.
You're planning ahead for something, and then suddenly they're
And
stunned.
then I do the
it
move, and
doesn't
I
work.
realize, oh, they're stunned.
Yeah.
And then
The
right.
level is long and you are slow, so it's
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, the level moves. It's not just inside the screen. Like you move further. You can keep
A lot further.
walking past the edge of the screen, which
Yeah, especially there's one
I mean,
stage
you
where
still see yourself. The camera sticks with you, and you can only be so far from an opponent until it stops. But
there's one stage that is kind of an interesting concept, but sucks because it's like you're fighting in like the balls universe where it's like there are just balls in the sky
didn't
and
see
there's a
that one.
temple. And so all of that is like, okay, whatever, it's fine. But what sucks about it is you're essentially viewing the fight through a window. So it's like the characters then can move beyond the edge of that window. So it's just like, I guess there's guys back there.
yeah.
Which is almost always because you're almost always on opposite sides of the screen. So there's of course Daisy, the dancing plant girl we talked about with chlorophyll hair, and then P Lump, the fat bomber,
God.
who is Karnov essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. P Lump is a master of he's plump, he's fat. You get it?
Yeah. So good.
they covered so
good.
many stereotypes just in that one character.
He is a master of Chinese mystery and magic. And he breathes fire.
I'm
which
surprised it doesn't say he'll pee in your Coke. Like it's already like, let's just throw all the bad shit in
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
He'll pour Clorox on his dick. There is Grimrock, Dizen Lizard.
Disney Lizard.
I hated playing as
Man,
Grimlock.
I
could
did
not
too.
Play as that fucker.
I was so disappointed because he was the one that I was drawn to
Me
because
too.
I was like, he's a fucking dragon person. This is
Yeah.
gonna be great. He sucks.
He
I didn't
sucks.
like him
Mm.
at all. He is a native of Maine's home planet, which we all know because we were paying attention to
Yeah.
the story. That was very clear and concise. Grimrock is a powerful lizard with sharp claws that can stab a car and make it undrivable.
Oh no, that's oddly specific.
Yeah, it is.
His claws are the equivalent of losing your keys.
And then there is New Form, Living Liquid, which I thought was kind of cool, although it looked kind of derpy.
Yep.
It's kind of like
Mr. Burns, glowing.
I bring you
coming
love. Yeah, but he's like T2. What was the
Liquidator.
Yeah, the liquid one.
Oh,
T-
yeah,
T1000?
Yeah, the T1000.
T1000, thank you. He's kind of like that, but with big tits. He's got like big tits,
Giant tits.
which is really, I guess, if you can take any form you want,
Why not?
Why
I
not?
guess, I mean, everybody, Goo Girls. We haven't brought up Goo Girls in long enough.
That is true. The old Tadpog chestnut. Goo Girls. New form is Maine's pride and joy. Created from organic chemistry, new form is the only experiment in giving life to liquid material that succeeded.
Because it can morph like Kirby and have like a hammerhead drop or a sharp like point end where it could drop.
Yeah, make its butt an axe.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Those are all the playable characters. And then you if you beat all of those, you fight a shadow form of yourself, which is Maine's left hand.
On the right side.
On the right side, right? And then you fight Ashura.
Goro.
Right. Goro with extra arms. Because there's 6 arms. And that's an easy fight. And then Maine reveals herself to be an angel, essentially. I don't know what, I thought she looked like an angel. Because this whole time, at the beginning of the story, Maine looks like this.
They have to argue whenever you first meet her. Because whenever did you take a nap? Were you
You're
were you late? Well, come on down here. No, you come up here. So what?
I know you are, but what am I? Maine.
I have the high ground.
Maine looks like this weird shadow jester for the majority of the game, and then rips off this cloak and then essentially looks like, I thought, an angel. And honestly, until you read the story, I didn't realize that Maine was a woman. I assumed that Maine was a man. And yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of neat because I didn't see that coming. I just thought Maine was going to be weird name, first of all, Maine. M-A-I-N.
Main boss.
For the primary antagonist.
Right. Yeah,
Maine.
weird. It's almost as if they, I don't know, gave up. So I thought it was neat that Maine changes into this angelic form. Maine has all the fucking special moves. This did remind me of the end of Tough Enough, where it's all the main characters in Tough Enough have 2 moves, but then the boss snaps his fingers and lightning, undodgeable lightning fills the screen, and it felt like that because Maine has this golden sword, a golden spear. Maine floats in the air, so it's that fucked me up real bad because you know how we were talking about you can at the end of each fight you can boost your character's abilities. I put a bunch of shit in legs because I'm this whole kicking thing working for me. Doesn't work against Maine because Maine is flying.
Yeah.
It's oh my fucking god, are you shitting me?
I never saw the end. I never saw the main boss. But I'm getting visions of Tilda Swinton as Gabriel in Constantine. Is that kind of the look?
God, I love that movie.
I do too.
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton was my favorite character in that whole movie.
And
But
Satan.
is that the look
Satan, Lucifer is really good in that movie too.
Yeah. Oh God.
Maine's got long golden flowing hair and this blinding white tunic, essentially.
Pretty close. But not. Well, maybe. Anyway, angels are kind of
look like an angel to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not an expert. Not like a
an
biblical
actual
angel.
Yeah. It was a ring of eyes around a bigger eye that would just pulse at you.
Yes, I honestly do think that the best fictional representation of angels outside of the Bible is the angels in Neon Genesis Evangelion, because they fight angels and they look like fucking monsters. They look like these weird abominations, and it's I feel like someone
first
studied
human-
Christianity, they studied it. They're they're supposed to look.
What do angels look
up.
like? I don't know. Look at the Bible.
Right.
Okay, here it is.
I don't know, a billion eyes. Okay.
The ones that guard God. Why does God need guards? I don't know. Just a bunch of eyes.
Don't question it.
He's just lonely. Okay.
Right. How is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood going, Ian?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be to where you are. I don't know. I really want to talk about stuff. Because, especially when, Tyler, you said just recently, I have the high ground. There's a real fucking Anakin moment in that in like the middle of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood with a character that I really like, where it's like, I cannot believe that he did that to himself. He embraced the dark side in order to.
Oh my God!
so you were
yes,
there.
I know
Okay.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I just watched that.
Okay, then we're right there together.
I'm at the point. I'm not going to say anything important just in case. I'm at the point where they're at the wall.
The wall that's created during a fight.
Nope.
No, you're further than me.
I am.
You're further than me.
A little bit.
You're
not much though.
You're to
not
the,
by much.
I watched.
Ed and Al take the black.
You're right. Yeah,
It's really good.
you're farther than me, but I know what you're talking about because of the intro for season 3. I see
Yeah.
the wall and I see the woman with big lips.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't want to tell you who that is.
okay, I
It's
have
important.
I have a theory, but
Tell me your theory, but I'm not going to confirm or deny.
Well, Nikki and I think that that's a homunculus. We think that it is.
Wait. What does that person look? What does that character look like?
Blonde hair. She's wearing blue. She has large lips.
Okay. I know.
So,
I know.
anyway.
Yes, it's who I thought you were talking about.
Because this whole time we've been watching Full Metal Alchemist, and we're like, okay, we've got all these fucking 7 deadly sins, but one of these deadly sins hasn't shown up yet. For the longest time, we're like, well, it's probably Hohenheim. And then it's like, well, I don't know, because someone's talking to Wrath, and it's in a female voice, so maybe not. So now we don't know. So, like, the best thing about anime intros, like when we watch anime, we always watch the intro every time, and we always watch the outro because you catch stuff in the intro. Like if you're looking for it, and then you're like, because the very first thing, the Anakin Darth Vader thing, when we first saw that season 3 opener, we were like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
He has like a philosopher's stone in his mouth almost.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, who is that guy? And then when that episode started where we find out who that guy is, we knew immediately. We were like, God damn it.
This guy.
It's that guy.
And I can neither confirm nor deny that person is a homunculus because I literally just saw her for the first time here before you walked in the door. Like they just met her.
Okay.
But
I'm assuming that's the
if
country
she
to the
is a
north.
homunculus, it would be. I don't think so, but I don't know.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
It's really good.
It is
a
really
really
good.
good
It's really
recommendation,
good.
Tyler. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yeah.
The little fucking reactions they have when like just the way they draw their faces and
I was curious about that. I was curious how you would feel about that because
I think that's kind of a standard thing, right? In
not necessarily,
not?
not
Okay.
necessarily, but in like I feel like when I was watching Full Metal, the original Full Metal Alchemist, they didn't do a lot of that like over the top cartoony reactions and stuff. Like I feel like that's a very Brotherhood thing. I just feel like there's more comic relief in Brotherhood through like, and
A
it's
lot.
really weird because it's like they do it when it's really dark.
Yeah.
Like something really dark will be happening, and then out of the blue, one of the characters is like, "A wavy ghost," you know. And it's like, okay,
or anytime someone calls him a pipsqueak
Right.
or short,
right.
he'd be pinned under the foot of some giant
Oh,
dude, and
man.
he'd be like, "Stop calling me short!" And he's way over there, and his face is all
You
like,
didn't drink your milk. I hate milk.
I hate that
love it in
milk.
stew.
Right? You're about to die. You lost all your powers. So, like, are we trying to like avoid Brotherhood spoilers?
I
Or-
mean, you mean between us?
no, just for between us and the audience.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of felt like when I was talking about Korra before in the stinger from a couple of weeks ago that I did actually spoil some shit, and I didn't.
You
warn
definitely
anybody.
did, but I mean, it didn't bother me, and no one on Discord or anything seemed like they were bothered. The reason I'm asking all this is because holy shit. Envy's true form is like fucking the best
It
and the
was
worst at the same time.
Terrifying.
This fucking like 6-legged giant
Oh my god!
fucking lizard with hair and like fucking
All these
souls for tongues for a tongue.
basically
yeah.
like covered in soul pimples.
Yeah.
You know, I mean
Yeah.
that thing was. I mean,
It's good shit with
Envy-
human teeth. The
Yeah.
human teeth
Big,
make it like fucking
round
the weirdest.
Barney teeth.
Yeah, Barney teeth. Yeah, Barney
it's
teeth.
not too continuous, top and
It's-
bottom.
Yeah,
It's-
not a mono
It's
tooth.
teeth.
Yeah.
but they look like. It makes it look like I don't know, like if the fucking T-Rex from Jurassic Park had fucking false teeth,
Like a
in his
Cheshire
mouth.
cat smile.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was terrifying.
Yeah, for sure.
More terrifying for me though was that chimera that the dude made out of his dog and his
Nina.
little girl.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that damn near gave me nightmares.
Play with me, Nissan.
Play.
Yeah.
Big brother. Oh God.
Yeah.
So that's the scene that's more impactful in the first English version of, because they draw that out and make that a lot.
Oh, it's a
More
gut
painful.
punch. It fucking hurts. Yeah.
I could not. I was about to say nope. I gotta.
Brother,
I gotta
why does it
skip.
hurt?
Yeah. Man, that show gets
Dark.
That show is. I think the genre is like it's dark fantasy.
Yeah.
In an early 1900s setting, because like there is a lot of horror in that
There
anime.
is.
Like
There
a lot
really
of horror.
is. A lot of creative horror.
Yeah, for sure.
Gluttony. What
God,
the fuck?
God, I hate Gluttony.
I hate
so
that
fucking
Gluttony's
much.
so
motherfucker. And it's
creepy.
I hate
as
Gluttony
if,
so much.
as if he wasn't bad enough. Then he turns into one giant walking sarlacc pit stomach having
I like that.
motherfucker.
I like that better because it was like, okay, at least he doesn't look like fucking Ziggy anymore.
Yeah. It's like
does.
Ziggy ate the TGRI mutagen.
Super Ziggy.
Can I eat her?
Who was it whenever he was holding somebody, just had his whole top of his jaw on top of their head?
I think that was Hawkeye, wasn't it?
Was that, yeah, because he's just like, yeah, has somebody just, he'll just bite down. And he's just, you see like the blood and everything from the teeth sinking
Yeah,
down.
I hate that. Yeah,
Hawkeye.
yeah. Roy Mustang's. Well, she used to be his attendant.
Yeah.
Remember when they're in the tower? The first time that they like that, I guess Roy and them run across the homunculi, because Gluttony gets up in that tower with her,
Oh, she's a
and
sniper.
she just fucking fills him with bullets.
Yes, I do remember that.
And he's like, it tickles.
I had a bit of a problem, and I may have to go back. So I'm watching it on Netflix, and something happened. I don't know if it was the app or if it was the files or whatever, but I would be watching an episode, and like a full minute before the episode would end, the screen would go dark. I could still hear it, but the video wouldn't play.
That's weird.
And so I missed some of the cliffhangers. But
That sucks.
fortunately, though, I would watch the next episode, and usually they would recap that little bit. They would at least be there. So I didn't miss anything, but I had forgotten about that part.
Oh, I hated that scene so fucking much because it was like Hawkeye is one of my favorite characters.
I love Hawkeye.
I think she's great. She's fantastic. And they're like just starting this whole like arc with her now where it's like, oh fuck, she's like super important.
Yeah.
And I always liked her, but now she's super
Now
important.
she actually
too.
has a role.
Right.
That's very
It
cool.
is.
Right.
Yep.
She's got the tattoo,
The
on, her
tattoo on her back.
Yeah,
Right,
and I
yeah.
saw that. I was like, oh, I understand what's going on
right,
here.
Right.
But
Oh,
yeah,
when
I'm
Roy
really.
bends you over to fuck you, he's gonna be so surprised.
I have really been enjoying it though.
There's a scene at the end, so I'm spoiling nothing. The original Adult Swim one, which is not as good. Don't watch it. Watch Brotherhood. But the main villain, who is not a villain at all in Brotherhood, she's frustrated because like she's trying to get away from Ed and Al, and she has a Gluttony. Gluttony's like the last remaining homunculi left, and Gluttony's in love with Lust, and he's just sad and he can't fight. He doesn't want to fight him. He's just like, Lust is gone. I don't.
She
give a
never
shit about
lets him eat her
anything.
pussy.
I'm gonna eat everything but her pussy. So she gets pissed and
Her P word, sorry. Sorry, Taryn.
Sorry, Taryn.
Her P word.
Dante is the boss's the villain's name.
And he's not even supposed to be there today.
And she reaches over and she taps the symbol on like it's in Gluttony's mouth of the
his fucking
Ouroboros and like basically just undoes his mind. She's like, fuck it, you're just, if I can't get you anything, if your mind is holding you back, fuck it. Takes away his mind and she runs away and they have to get away from an insane unbridled gluttony. And they eventually like seal him away or clap something on him and he can't get away. But then they lose Dante but then think, well, fuck it, we get this Philosopher's Stone, blah, blah, blah. Until Dante eventually gets to like an elevator that will lead down to her escape. And she gets in the elevator and she's just, fuck, thank God. All right. And that's when Gluttony appears in the elevator. She's like, all right, Gluttony, let's go. Let's get away.
Of course, he doesn't understand her. Right.
Nope. And then her hands or something are broken, so she can't do any alchemy. And he just drooling spit and blood. And she realizes, like, and she's trapped in this elevator. Right. And as he approaches her, it goes black. And you just hear 10 seconds of wet chomping.
Fucking.
Oh, my God. And then Conqueror of Shambhala, which is the Full Metal Alchemist movie based on the Adult Swim one, is they cross through like the gate and see what's on the other side. And
I've heard that's not good.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Obviously, I wouldn't watch it unless I saw the original series.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of because I was interested because I saw that also on Hulu where I'm watching Full Metal. So it's like, oh, maybe I should check that out. When I looked into it, I was like, okay, it's not really a Brotherhood thing at all.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So I wouldn't. I mean, only if you're like, I want more Brotherhood, or I want more Full Metal, but Brotherhood's the pinnacle of it all.
Yep, I like it a lot.
Great show.
But
I'm glad that's the one I picked up after Korra. Have you watched, or no, after Cowboy Bebop? Have you seen any of the Star Wars Visions?
No, I haven't. Is that out?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's out on Disney Plus. Just came out the other day. Have you heard of this? It's the Disney anime.
I feel like I saw some people talking about it.
It's just anime. It's Star Wars. It's actual anime, like Japanese anime. You can watch it with original Japanese with
the audio
English subtitles, or you can have English dubs and subs as well. Excuse me.
You watched it?
I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes of it.
How much is out? Did they just drop everything?
They dropped the whole season. It's like 9 episodes, but they're short. Some of them are like, one of them I think is like 23 minutes long.
I wish they would dole those out weekly.
Problem is, it's not a problem. Each chapter is a different story. It's a different short story. It's not like an ongoing series.
Yeah, so it's like the Animatrix kind of.
Yeah, but I wish, because the very first episode, watch it.
Okay.
It is.
I want to watch. I didn't realize it was out.
Cool. The first episode so far has been my favorite. And each chapter's done in a different style.
I was gonna ask what the art style was like.
There's the one that's like a chibi style, and then there's the one that at the beginning I don't even know what style it is, and then there's just basically like more. I don't know how to the names of all the different styles.
I don't either, honestly. So,
but that first episode is something else, man. It is. That is what I wish Star Wars was. Like, if they
maybe it will be.
If they just didn't do anything else and made that one episode into an ongoing series of movies, I don't care. I would watch it and not think about the other shit ever again, because it's just, for me, I loved the art style. I loved the storytelling of it. I'm not going to get into it at all, because I want you to just have the same experience.
Yeah.
Of not knowing what to expect. It was so good. I wish the whole thing was just that style of this particular character, because I'm not going to give anything away, but it's based on.
It's a remake of the Christmas special.
Yes, got it. There's little Ewoks.
Oh
there's
God, fuck yeah. They're sexy Ewoks though.
This tells
about damn time.
Yeah, for real.
This is the stuff that George Lucas took the inspiration from for this franchise in the first place, and this is what it should have been. Like, I don't care if it's anime or live action, this is what Star Wars should have been from the beginning, and it would have been, I think, better. Just in general, I think it would have been a lot better.
I gotta watch this.
You're gonna love it.
I wanted to watch. I didn't realize it was out.
Yeah, it surprised me. I just happened to see it.
I've heard about it coming out, you know, and then like.
Well, I've been watching Marvel's What If, and I happened to just put on Disney Plus to watch Wednesday's What If, and I'm like, oh shit, Visions is out. So
I need to catch up on Only Murders in the Building. The most recent episode came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were gonna watch it, but then we binged Full Metal instead.
I think we're gonna watch that this weekend.
I think it's almost done, right? Because I mean, it looked like all the previews on Hulu was like, because we were going through and it's like, oh shit, it looks like there's only 2 more episodes scheduled.
Oh.
So I don't know if they just, are showing the next 2 out or
Maybe.
what. But it seems like a lot of shit to
Oh,
wrap up
maybe.
in like a couple episodes. I hope it goes on for a while.
I bet
because,
it will. I mean, it's a huge. It'll get a second season.
dude,
so
Martin Short is so fucking good in that.
Yeah, he is.
So fucking good in that. And that was, I don't know why, it was weirdly a relief to me. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just kind of was worried about maybe he wasn't going to be good in it
Mhm.
for whatever reason. No reason. But he's really good in it. Martin
Yeah.
Short's really, really
I
good
love
in it.
the dynamic
them.
all 3
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them
yeah,
have.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was like Selena Gomez, but then
She's
it's like,
great.
she's really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
on my thing, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch it this weekend.
Nice.
I told Tanya about it too, and she had been wanting to watch it too.
She'll dig it.
We
I think.
haven't discussed it, but I did kind of give her because she just saw we saw the commercial for it, you know, and she's like, "Well, I love Steve Martin, I love
Right.
Martin Short, so of course I'm
Have you
interested."
listened to Serial? Because you have to listen to the whole first season of Serial, then you can.
Yes, we have.
Man,
Um,
I got to be honest with you guys. Most of the time when I'm watching it, I do love it. It's very funny.
Mhm.
It's engaging. But a lot of times I'm like, how big are Selena Gomez's breasts? They're like, it's hard to pin them. It's hard to pin down.
How big are Martin Short's jowls?
Yeah, like Jiminy Glick. Are we talking Jiminy Glick or what are we talking?
oh
God,
man,
I
I had
forgot
it.
about Jiminy Glick.
Ed.
I
What was
know.
Elric
No,
I know the guy with the pointy hair,
Boone.
Ed Boon,
the Martin Short character,
Oh,
Ed Grimm,
Grimley.
Grimley.
Ed
Grimley.
Grimley. I don't think he had.
Usurper Grimley.
You s-
Oh God.
Oh man!
Oh, God.
I think we got it.
I need someone to Photoshop
If it works. It works.
Hair onto his head and the spike.
the spike hair on there on Grimm's,
I must say.
Grimm's face.
Yeah. Not so much jowls on that one, but that's just at the bottom of the Martin Short jowl scale. See?
Did you guys know that Jiminy Glick was created by the father as the new gluttony?
Well, Edward.
Steve Martin's all the other homunculi.
Yeah. Steve Martin make a good pride.
He would. Yeah, he would make a good pride. All right, now we got to do what comedian would make the best homunculus? Dane Cook is Greed.
Yeah. Man, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
I could
Steve
get behind
Martin's
that because
pride.
that means he fucking dies at the beginning and they have to replace him with a different guy. So that's good. Steve Martin is what? Pride?
Pride.
Who's Wrath? De Fuhrer.
What comedian is really good with a sword?
John Cleese.
Mandy Patinkin.
All right.
Princess Bride, Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, current day
Criminal
Mandy Patinkin
Minds.
also
Mandy
looks like,
Patinkin.
yeah.
Yeah. With an eye patch, he would.
You're right.
Okay.
I know this doesn't make a lot of sense, but I really want to see Jim Brewer as Envy.
He kind of looks like him.
A little bit.
No, really.
A little bit.
I think that would work.
You mean as the lizard, right?
No, as the human
Have you
form,
seen
but-
that Jim Brewer has canceled all his shows in arenas or venues that force you to be vaccinated?
No, haven't.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, fuck.
Well, not going to make plans to go see him then.
Yeah.
Who's Lust? That's a tough one.
Who's got the longest fingers of any female comedian? Margaret Cho.
I mean, I wanted to be Sarah Silverman, but that's just because
Sarah
of my
Silverman's a good one.
huge attraction to
That
Sarah
is a good
Silverman.
one. Who's the comedian that John liked so much? The woman, she's real short.
Roseanne.
No.
Nope.
It's Roseanne.
Roseanne
is lust.
Roseanne is wrath.
Oh, yeah. Can see that.
I love the whole like because like obviously Norm Macdonald just recently passed away, and like he used to write for the Roseanne Show along with a bunch of other like comedians, and at one point afterwards, like long after the show was done, they like had a reunion kind of deal, or I can't remember exactly where it was, and Norm tells this story about how Roseanne, you might not know my name because you assigned us all numbers. So all the writers she didn't know by name, she just knew them by numbers.
God.
Wow.
Which is a real fucking homunculus move.
Yep.
Like that is like
Yep.
a real like
Truly.
Yep.
human life. Like what is it worth? Kind of
Completely useless.
God.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to think of a comedian that John was really fond of. She was in that movie with Ben Stiller where they were the superheroes. She had the bowling ball with the skull in it.
The Big Lebowski? No, I don't know. I haven't seen this movie.
Oh, from Kill Bill?
No, I don't think she was in Kill Bill. He's going to kick my ass for not knowing this. I should
Ben
know
Stiller,
this.
and they were
superheroes, but they had like stupid powers.
I know what you're
like,
talking about. I haven't seen that movie though. I can't even remember the name of it. It's like the somethings like.
Ah, fuck. I'm just getting myself into a situation now. She was in
It's Mystery Men.
Mystery Men, yes.
It's Mystery Men. And I'm going to look up the cast. So
her name is the Bowler. That's her character's name in the movie.
I know the shoveler was William H. Macy, so he
Yes.
could also be.
He'd
And
be-
Kel Mitchell was in it.
Yes. And Dan Castellaneta
Oh, was he
was
really?
in it. Yeah.
oh, Janine Garofalo. I didn't
Janine
know.
fucking Garofalo.
Okay.
Thank you. Is lust. But like 80s, early 90s Gene Garofalo.
I like Janine Garofalo.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What homunculi are we missing?
Sloth.
That we know of. We don't know of. We only know of.
Yeah,
We haven't been
I don't know
introduced to
all
the
of them.
last
Right.
to the last one. We've only gotten pride, envy, lust,
greed,
greed, and wrath, and gluttony.
Mm-hmm.
So you're missing
There's,
sloth.
there's sloth, and I don't know. We don't know who.
so
sloth
I
is
don't
yet.
want. Yeah, I don't want to
Don't
describe
say.
anyone that I
Yeah.
think.
Okay. All right, then we're done here. This has been a good
Yep.
show. Doomsday Warrior.
I do want to say, so I've at the office, like I said, I let YouTube stuff kind of run, and of course, my YouTube algorithm is dominated with all things Norm Macdonald. So I've been listening to a lot of best of compilations, things like that. And on Bob Saget's channel, Bob Saget does it's like 25 minutes, and he just has a long monologue where he talks about Norm, and it is so fucking good and touching.
It's after his death, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because he talks about like how they met when Norm was 17 and Bob was 21 in like a comedy club in Canada, and they've always had sort of this, like Bob was like a big brother sort of figure. Like, I mean, they've been close their whole lives. Like I didn't know that at all, and how like he hadn't talked to Norm a whole lot recently. He knew about the cancer, but it was on the down low, and Norm just texted him out of nowhere, just saying, hey man, how are you? And they text back for a little while, and then a few days later, Norm just texts, I love you, and Bob said, I love you too. And
That
then
was
he died.
it.
That was it.
Damn. The thing that touched me the most that I've seen was I'm on Reddit, and there's a picture of the little boy from Billy Madison who pees his pants.
Yeah.
And he's taking a picture with Norm Macdonald from the set of that
Right.
movie.
Because he played Billy's best friend.
He posted that picture.
The kid did?
The kid did.
Who's now
an
right.
adult. He's like, it was. I think it was in Blunder Years. There's
Yeah. I love that subreddit.
And he posted it there. And he said, "Look at this dorky little kid with a legend." And then he said, "This is a picture of me with a legend." or me as a dorky little kid with a legend, whatever it was. And then I go into the comments and someone said, "Are you the kid from Billy Madison?" He's like, "Yep." And that was it. There wasn't like a big AMA going on or anything, He just casually, I thought that was really fucking cool that dude just came out of fucking whatever he's doing to post that picture and say, "Hey, I knew this guy and I'm fucking gonna miss him."
And hey, speaking of pee in your pants, we should take a break.
Let's do that.
All right. All right, we're back from pee.
Back from pee break.
You want to wrap this game up?
Well, there was another.
Bye, everybody.
Something else I didn't know that Bob Saget talked about. I thought they told Norm to be really offensive during the roast. That's why he wasn't. No, he called Bob. It's like, "I'm going to do the roast, but I don't want to roast you. I love you. I don't want to say mean things about you." He's like, "Well, it's okay. Say, give me shit. I mean, throw a few fucks in there." He's like, I don't want to do that. I don't do that to you. I'm going to do something else." And then he gave what I think is the best roast there's ever been. So, but I mean, because Bob Saget was talking about, like their working relationship and how it got them close. And it just, listening to that just made me think about the show and like the relationships that come out of the show and like
This show.
So like we were good friends before through D&D and everything else, but not for the working relationship. It's just made something entirely different. So
Yeah.
because of this, I could understand where he was coming from talking about it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, totally.
So, and I love you being here. I love getting that same relationship with you just through the show, just doing this, just having fun. It's
Tyler is talking to Ian.
Yeah.
Just want to let everybody know.
Sorry, I thought I said Ian.
You did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
He did.
sorry. We've been podcasting so long together.
We don't even have names anymore.
No, I'm glad to be here for that reason too. It's just fun to be around you guys and get to know you better, and that's
So I love both of you.
Love you too.
Love you too,
buddy.
Tyler. Do you have cancer or
No?
Okay.
No.
All right.
A bad diarrhea.
All right.
But that's about
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
It might turn into that one day, but not yet.
Sir, you've had so much diarrhea that it's turned to cancer. I'm a doctor. This is how it works.
Your ass is so scorched from capsaicin diarrhea.
Sir, you haven't been talking about Super Nintendo games for 10 years, have you?
Make a little more, because I was drinking before was tequila with some cucumber lime mix.
What's that, Kahlua?
And now I'm drinking. I went to they had a flower festival in Grand Rivers. We went and took the kids, and they were selling fresh apple cider from a local farm. So I bought that. I'm mixing it with a little bit of Hot Damn, which is a prom holdover that was Edgelord Kyle Purtlebaugh. So it's like it's pretty old, this Hot Damn, but
Yeah.
I like cinnamon liquor with apple stuff is really, really good.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Did you guys have any achievements though?
I failed to come up with an achievement for this. I always forget to think about it until I get on the show, and I'm like, fuck.
I have a couple. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that'll give you some time to come up with one if you want to. If you don't want to, that's totally, I get it. This game isn't like really worthy, I feel like, to spend a lot of brain cell energy on.
Right. No, it isn't.
I do have a few achievements that came in from Twitch chat. I streamed this on Twitch, and like we tried out the multiplayer. I know we didn't mention this at the beginning of the show, but the reason we're playing this game specifically is because we're doing the games on Nintendo Switch Online, Super Nintendo service, and a lot of those, the multiplayer ones, you can play online through the Switch service. And I played with some viewers, and it made the game more fun, kinda. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I still didn't like the game, but it was nice to play. And it's like,
Enjoy the shitty experience with someone else.
yeah. And it's like Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn totally kicked my ass with P Lump. And then Gamebug Prime Nate fucking destroyed me as well. So it's like, I feel like as far as like fighting games go, like, because I know that Nate is good at fighting games. I haven't really talked to Chris about it at length, but I assume that he is as well. But it's one of those where I feel like, I mean, a lot of the fundamentals transfer over, and I mean, you can get like, there's not like a combo system in the game, but I mean, you can set up combos. Like, I mean, especially with Plant Lady, whose name I can't remember. Daisy, thank you.
I did a lot of jumping kicks into a squat.
Right, like into a sweep and all that. Yeah, and you can totally do that stuff. And so, I mean, there's stuff there. It's not like this is like a super, super basic fighting game. I just don't think it's super fun.
We played worse fighting games.
For sure, although I don't know how many.
Not a whole lot that are worse.
I think that Battle Blaze is worse.
Battle Blaze is worse. That's the only one that came to mind.
Yeah.
So we played one worse.
I think Balls 3D is worse.
I forgot about that entirely. Yeah.
Because like those are two I can name off the top of my head that I think are worse, but like this is still not great.
No,
you know what I mean? Like
all.
they're like, I thought Tough Enough was leagues better than this one, and I didn't even think Tough Enough was
I wanted to finish
great.
it. This I just like. Okay, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Not. It's not out of hatred. It's just I want to get something to eat.
It's a slog.
Yeah.
It's a slog. The battles take so long, and it's like the fact that there's no timer. So it's like, God, I mean,
you can't play the clock.
You can't play the clock, and
you either win or you don't.
And you regenerate life. It's like, oh my God, this isn't fucking long enough.
Yep.
You regenerate life as well.
And then when you die, it puts you on that weird screen that gives you the option to continue playing, because it's like the face of, I guess, main.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad you
says
mentioned
like
this.
you fucking, I don't remember what the words are. It's like, you weak piece of shit. You should get out of here. And the choice is, no, I will fight you to the forever.
Right.
Or no, you're right, I give up.
I'm sorry. I think it's
I'm sorry.
You're right.
I give
I'm
up.
sorry.
You're right. I'm sorry.
But you can apparently do
Fuck
that.
you, Dad. We're fighting again.
It's my life. It's now or never.
Apparently, you can continue indefinitely.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I guess.
Also
if you
on that-
want to, but then there's this
Please, yes.
thing
Talk
going
about
on
it.
at the bottom. When you select stuff on the select screen, you've got this little dude, this little pixel guy that
Looks sort of like Kung Fu.
looks like little
guy.
Kung Fu
Tiny
dude, right?
Tiny boy.
And just in a box down below this dialogue is a red and a blue. One of these guys just bouncing around, fighting, just kicking each other,
Right.
with forked
Which
feet.
is kind of cute.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's just
Like-
there for no reason.
Like,
I think
it does feel like one of those where it's like, wow, you guys put effort into that you probably could have put into the game,
the
making it
game.
better.
That actually did something.
Somebody's son who's a better programmer, like, here, you just do this.
Right.
Yeah. They just bounce around in this little rectangular box and kick each other until you make a selection. There's no purpose to this thing at all. So,
No.
Yeah.
I will say that, like,
I wish the game was that. Like Pong.
yeah, I don't know.
Like Pong.
yeah.
You know, you're both bouncing around and you gotta
Oh
score some
man, that
kicks.
looks fucking hectic as shit. But I think that the once again, very pleased with the Switch Online service. I thought the multiplayer was smooth. I mean, it didn't seem to be. We didn't have any internet issues or no connectivity issues or anything like that.
I think I read at some point when it first came out, it was really, really bad.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm wanting to say that at some point Nintendo reached out to Microsoft and asked them to, hey, can we get some backbone into our, your guys' online service is flawless most of the time. It's always up. It's lag free. We want to, in a very un-Nintendo like move,
Sure.
we want to kind of lean into this and get you guys help to make our network suck less or not at all. So I think Microsoft stepped in, and since that happened, it's been better.
Yeah, this has been
by
the
all
last
accounts. It's
two
been
games
better.
that I've played online
And
with people. It's been good.
was more than a couple of years ago that they were looking to
They were
Microsoft
working on it.
and saying either they went to Microsoft and asked for help, or they went somewhere and said, we want our shit to work like my Xbox Live works.
Okay.
Just to say, because they were aware that it was bad.
That's good.
Apparently, it was really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
I do have a few achievements that came in from Twitch chat. The first of which is admit it. MK Trilogy is better than this. In order to unlock, admit it, MK Trilogy is better than this. Unlock by playing this long enough that you'd rather play Mortal Kombat Trilogy. PS1, not N64, as previously learned. And that came in from Guitar Man Dalton from the Steam Machine podcast. Yeah, this is MK Trilogy is way better than this. Like way, like leagues better than this game. I agree with that. Even the N64 version, like, is way better than Doomsday Warrior.
Man, that was part of my brain I had excised.
Yeah. Next achievement I've got is I can teach you, but I'd have to charge. In order to unlock, I can teach you, but I have to charge. You defeat an opponent using a charged move. And that came in from Sandwich Pope Phil.
Always bringing the good ones.
For sure. Next achievement, never skip leg day. In order to unlock never skip leg day, play through single player and never put points into legs, then lose every following match. And that came in from Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn.
I like that too.
And I've got one.
Yeah, go for it, because I don't still.
Yeet Fighter. In order to unlock Yeet Fighter, you use Daisy's up throw, where you yeet somebody into the stalagmites of the stage.
Nice.
Henry will not stop saying yeet. I mean, it is just like, and I don't know, it's one of those where it's like, son, you got to stop watching YouTube videos from 4 years ago. You have to.
Eventually, someone's going to make
Yeet
fun
me
of
that
you.
jewel, Dad.
Yeet me these wolves in Minecraft.
Gets a laugh like 20% of the time.
Man, I blew his mind. I taught him how to save scum yesterday because he was crying because, like, in Minecraft, he has these wolves. I don't know if they're wolves or dogs, but they're like these wild dogs. And he tamed a whole bunch of them. And he had this, like, in his house, he has this room that's just full of fucking dogs. And he, like, something happened where they got out. And he was, like, fucking heartbroken and, like, really upset. And I was like, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, what is wrong? What is up? And he's like, my wolves, they're gone. And I said, oh, because I knew about the wolves because he talks about them a lot. He fucking loves these fucking wolves. So I was like, okay, has it auto-saved recently? And he said, what? And I said, the bar. Has the bar gone across the screen recently? No? I was like, give me that. Give me that. All right, quit. Don't save. All right, now open the game back up. And he opened it back up, and he's like, my wolves are here. And it's like, yeah, remember that trick.
Yeah.
It doesn't work if you see the bar. Once you see the bar, the autosave, you're fucking cooked. But until then.
Because okay, well, two things. One, my one achievement I have is
sorry, I went on
the true new form, which is beat an opponent using only the new headbutt as new form.
Okay.
But it's the new and Chrono Trigger.
Right.
So
all things
only
begin and end with new.
It only uses a headbutt that drops you to 1 hit point.
Nice.
The other is RCAJ and Choco Chica were like getting something to eat at dinner one day in the kitchen. And I was like, you guys still playing Minecraft together? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are actually getting along and doing something. And Choco Chica's like, yeah, except that one time. And immediately Arts AJ is like, that was your fault. And she said, no, it wasn't my fault. I was fuck, okay. What happened? She killed my first bird. I did not kill your first bird. And they proceeded to scream at each other.
Oh, no.
For like 10 minutes. I mean, because they were like just fought and they were fucking ready to murder each other.
You brought up a very sensitive subject.
That's water under the bridge.
It was my very first bird.
Sounds
I
like
caught
it.
And I love that bird. And you got on my account and you killed it. I got on your account and I tried to kill it. It wasn't a different bird. You know that was my bird.
Minecraft, think about it.
Yeah, it's good for kids. So I'll have him on the show. See if we can't get him to recount that story.
All right, so like definitely don't let them know that's why.
Yeah.
And then like we'll lead into it because I want that initial shock from
Just
them.
oh yeah, I remember that. Do you?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. If you let them know they're on to talk about the bird murder,
The birder.
they're going to be like in that mindset. I want it to happen just like I want to witness it.
Set up a good organic bird reaction.
When we do Alfred Chicken, we need to have the like,
shit.
you know what I love? Birds. You guys ever play Minecraft?
The birds in Minecraft are really great, aren't they?
I love them.
Especially
I have
those
so many.
first ones that you get. It just
Boy, I remember my first bird on Minecraft.
shit.
I have some questions for you guys. If you would entertain me.
Sure. Let's do it.
Did I miss something? Am I out of order?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
No, my glasses just suddenly fogged up, so I was like,
That happens to me a lot. I don't know if it's like the heat from my eyes or what the fuck is happening, but that happens to me a
You're
lot.
developing heat vision. It's normal.
I have been training, so
Good. Then you're getting there.
yeah,
You're making
it's
progress.
slowly but surely. The first question I have is, how much do you guys think this game is? Doomsday Warrior. If you were to buy it loose for the Super Nintendo, how much do you think you would pay for it on average?
Tyler.
I bet it is an uncommon game. I've never seen it. I'd never heard of it.
Nor had I.
So I'm gonna say like 1206.
1206.
Yep.
Ian, what do you think?
I'd say $13.
Actual retail value of Doomsday Warrior loose for the Super Nintendo on average, according to pricecharting.com at the time of this recording, is $16. You guys are very, very close in that range.
In the ballpark.
Tyler, you're right. According to Flopsy, aka I still have to read that from the title. I haven't memorized. The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike. They do say it's uncommon. Curious. If you were to guess what Flopsy rated Doomsday Warrior, what would you guess?
3 stars.
Yeah, I think it's a 1.5 star game, but they're always weirdly generous with shit like this. I'm gonna bet they give it 2.5.
Boys, they did us right. Flopsy did us right
All
on this one.
right.
Tyler, you said 1.5 stars
Yep.
is what you think this game deserves. That is what Flopsy rated Doomsday Warrior.
Wow.
right.
In a rare moment
I know.
of
Truth.
truth from Flopsy.
They must have just jerked off when they wrote that review.
Or this was this was like they rated this one near the end. They're almost done with the fucking book, and they're like, God, I'm so fucking tired of rating these
fucking
shitty
suck."
Super Nintendo games. What's next? Fucking Doomsday Warrior? You got to press a button to jump? What is this?
Chad got Chrono Trigger.
Fucking Chad.
Chad's always getting the best games.
Do you guys think this game belongs on TADPOG's top 100?
No.
No.
Do you think it belongs on TADPOG's bottom 100?
I'd say it has a place
yeah.
in the
There's
bottom.
potential
Yeah.
for it, right?
Yeah.
There's potential for it.
I mean, it might be in the high end of the bottom 100, but it's definitely going to be down there.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, probably not the bottom 10, but the bottom 100.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bottom 10 material for me. It's still way better than Street Hockey.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's playable. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
There is a weird sort of interview photo thing where Steven Seagal is with he's a dictator. He's like the last dictator in Europe.
Steven Seagal is, or the person he's with?
The
is?
person he's with. John Oliver just did a
I seem to remember seeing this picture that you're referring to.
because it's really, really weird. Let me see. It was one of his most recent episodes. If I can just pull it up real quick. I had a different one, and then I was like, no, this is what's in my head now. Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko. So he is the dictator who seized control in Belarus.
Okay.
And Steven Seagal
Went
was
over
taking selfies with them.
Yeah, he's like at this weird farm with this dude, and
an emu farm.
Well, he digs up a carrot and just gives Steven Seagal a carrot. And he just like bites into it. It's a good carrot.
Good carrot.
It's a good carrot. You Belarusians make good carrots. All
Freeze frame. Belarus. Good carrots.
So I guess maybe the dictator's a fan of Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal's in like a white gi eating a carrot with the dictator of Belarus. So I give it the weird sort of goatee that Steven Seagal has eating carrots with Alexander Lukashenko.
All right. Perfect. Tyler,
Uh-huh.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, that sums up how you feel about it. What kind of glasses would you give
See,
it?
Steven Seagal's also wearing glasses in this interview, so
I
it's
see.
perfect.
I see.
Are they little tiny round
little
sunglasses?
tiny sunglasses.
Yeah, I've seen him in
sunglasses.
Not sunglasses, regular glasses.
Oh.
Little tiny
Oh.
glasses.
He's wearing Hohenheims.
Yeah, yes.
I get that reference.
Very good. Very good. That's it, I guess, for Doomsday Warrior, unless you guys have anything else to say about it.
Nope.
Not really.
I in that case, I have some more questions for you.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
If you are prepared, I have a quiz from one Ross Rachel Green. This quiz is entitled, Here I Sit, Brokenhearted.
When you said here, I said I almost finished that.
Ross begins, the rest of the rhyme goes, paid a penny and only farted. It's about paying for a toilet and not being able to shit. But that's not relevant in my case. What is relevant was spending 7 hours in hospital with a rapid heartbeat. After the operation that should have taken care of heart issues,
Shit.
I was more than a little bit depressed.
Fuck.
After speaking with several people on the island and around the world, the rapid heartbeat I developed is very common, not life-threatening, and unlike my SVT, which hopefully has been cured, people can stay in the heartbeat constantly and not suffer any ill effects. I have a cardiology appointment soon as a follow-up to my operation, and hopefully he can shed some more light on things there. Anyway, enough with the doom and gloom. It's quiz time. Back to IGN's list. This time it's 90 through 81. Ross,
Okay, that's gonna be a lot harder.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that it's been a depressing week.
Yeah, that you're
sucks.
having to worry.
Right. But it is good to hear that several people are like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't sweat it. Are you guys ready for the questions?
do it.
All right.
Indeed.
90. This game with box art by Jim Lee sees the Prince of Androth retaking his throne.
Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, locking it in. It is Blackthorn. Well done. Next question. This game is 89. This game is the only one of its series not to have a 2-player story mode.
Makes me think it's a fighting game.
Yeah, but I don't know many fighting games that do have a 2-player story mode. Most of the story modes in fighting game are single player.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a brawler.
Could be. Which, I mean, when you talk about games that don't brawlers that don't support 2 players, I think Final Fight, but I mean, that was number 100 on the list. And it's a series.
It's the only one in the series that didn't have a 2-player story mode, right?
Right. I'm trying to think what's in the 80s on the list,
Because I know Sunset Riders is in this range, I believe.
but that's not a
But it's
series,
not
right?
And it's 2-player.
There's no way it's a racing game, right?
I guess it could be.
But I can't think of a racing game with a story mode.
No. You gonna move on?
Yeah, let's move on and come back to it. We're going to pass, Ross. Next question. 88. In this game, the barfly that kisses the player character in stage 1, as well as the saloon dancers from stage 4, are dressed more conservatively compared to the arcade version. I think that's Sunset Riders.
Sunset
right?
Riders,
Right.
okay.
Okay. And I wouldn't have got that had you not just
Yep.
mentioned it. So Sunset Riders, locking it in. Yes, Sunset Riders. Next question. 87. In this game, a knight from the kingdom of Iganasum must rescue Princess Flora. This feels like a Tyler's going to get it question. A knight from the kingdom of Iganasum, Eginasem, must rescue Princess Flora. I got nothing. This isn't a quintet game, is it?
Doesn't sound familiar because it's not. I mean, Soul Blazer, you're not a knight. You're sent from God. I guess it could be like Sword of Vermilion because I remember very little about that game, and that was, or was that on the Genesis list?
That was the Genesis, I think. Yeah.
Ignatium, because I mean, Illusion of Gaia. It's not that. It's not. Secret of Evermore wasn't even on the list, was it?
No, we did Secret of Evermore separately outside of the list, I think. And I know Secret of Mana is on the list, but that's not. This is not. This is not Secret of Mana.
Of Ignatium.
Must rescue Princess Flora. A knight. Oh, I know what it is. I think it's Sparkster. Is it?
You're probably right.
Are we good with this? I don't have anything better.
I am.
I don't have anything better than that, but yeah.
But he is a knight. He's a possum knight.
Yep.
An opossum knight.
Yep. And it's pretty. That is that range because I remember it was very early on when I was very upset.
Right,
so.
with the game breaking glitch.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Sparkster.
Sure.
All right, locking it in. We did it.
Good
It's
job.
fucking
You did that.
Sparkster.
That's awesome.
Jesus Christ. Okay, 86. Next question. This game is known as Wild Tracks with an X in Japan. Is this Stunt Race FX?
Yeah.
Was it in the 80s, you think?
It was low. Yeah.
Ian?
I would say Stunt Rape
Sure.
Stunt Rape FX. Stunt Race
Oh,
FX.
hey.
Way different game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one didn't come out
Called
in America.
Wild Tracks in Japan.
Didn't make the list at all for some reason.
Called Sharking in Japan.
Stunt Race FX.
Sure.
Locking it in. It is Stunt Race FX.
Very nice.
Good
Well
job.
done, guys. All right. Next question. This game's soundtrack was written and produced by American rock group Green Jello.
Spider-Man
And Venom, Maximum Carnage.
Yep.
There you go.
Or Super Tennis, as we talked about on last
You're
episode. Maximum Carnage, locking that in. It is Spider-Man and Venom, Maximum Carnage.
Nice.
Bonus points for getting it.
Yes.
Next question, 84. This game takes time to master, as the game itself neither tells the player how to play, nor gives them any knowledge on how the many different playable characters subtly differ in play style. Super Tennis?
It is about that area. So yeah, Super Tennis. I think that's it. Because you have all those players, you don't know how they're different. Super Tennis.
All right.
It's not Smash Tennis, right? Because that wasn't an American release.
It was not Smash Tennis
Okay,
for
okay,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Super Tennis.
Super Tennis?
I really think that's it.
Okay. All right. Locking it in. Super Tennis.
Nice.
All right. Well done. Next question, 83. This game is the start of a trilogy and features multiple playable characters and vehicle stages.
That's the
Super
Star Wars.
Yeah.
The original.
The first
Super
one,
Star
yeah.
Wars. Okay. Locking it in. It is Super Star Wars. Well done. Next question, 82. This game was originally due to be This game was originally due to be released on the Ultra / Nintendo 64, but was given a high-profile release on the SNES. I think this is Killer Instinct.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's a good call.
Because I remember in the arcades even.
And then
like,
Killer Instinct Gold was the one that was the same game on the N64.
Right. Okay.
Sure.
Good with it?
Yeah.
Killer Instinct, locking it in. It is Killer Instinct.
Nice.
Next question, 81. In this game, you get to play as the protagonists for would-be successors from a famous story arc. The Cyborg, the Eradicator, Superboy, and Steel. This is Death and Return of Superman.
Yep.
Man, if Superboy hadn't been in there, I definitely
God,
wouldn't
that
have been
was
able to
such a
get there.
bad game.
It was really bad. All right. what's the real title of the game? Is it Superman, The Death and Return of Superman, or is it just The Death and Return of Superman?
There is something weird there. But I would just say The Death
and Return of Superman. Okay, all right, locking it in. It is The Death and Return of Superman. So, we've done very well.
We've gotten them all right, except for this one we
the
can't
one we
remember.
skipped.
And we're going back to that now. I'll reread that. 89. This game is the only one of its series not to have a 2-player story mode. 2-player story mode. Okay, so you said a fighting game. What about Fatal Fury? That was pretty early, right?
Fatal Fury. I remember doing that in the original. We did Fatal Fury
in the original studio.
2 in the original studio.
What's Henry's room now?
Yep.
The Wolf Room.
Was with somebody not to be mentioned. Yep.
But I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with that series to know if it had 2-player story modes. What about... Wait, we did a Super Double Dragon on the... That was in the 100 to 90. Damn it. Okay, I was going to say... Fuck. That's probably not it then.
This is not Mega Man X3. We did that in the same studio as well.
Right.
That was pretty early on.
No 2-player story mode in that.
Yeah, nothing. Only in the series. So I would think it's not the first of the series,
Populous.
whatever it is.
No, I'm fucking with you. No, that's not a series.
There's Populous 2.
Oh, fuck.
There's Populous 2.
I was joking.
We did Populous.
But I was thinking of episodes we recorded in that room. We recorded that with Sean Miller, #more Miller.
Yeah.
It's not Populous, is it?
In that studio.
Does it have 2-player? Well, no, it doesn't. But does Populous 2 have a
2-player?
It does?
I kind of think it does. I think you're right, man. I think it's Populous. I think you're right.
I was fucking around.
I want to go with it. I want to go with Populous. That's weird enough. That's weird because I don't think it's... Joe and Mac 2 Lost in the Tropics might have had a 2-player story mode, but we did that much later on.
Was it much later on?
I remember doing that with Miller in where we moved it to my house.
Really? We recorded that at your place?
I feel like we did. I think Populous was so early on.
No, man. You think so? You think Populous was really early on?
Very early on. There is a Populous 2. I remember that. I don't have a better guess. I can't think of anything that early on.
Me neither.
Worst case, we get a 90%.
Right.
This was a good quiz for us.
It was.
So, for you guys. I didn't know any
Because
of it.
I don't
Super
imagine
Star Wars. Yeah.
I would imagine Populous being ranked higher than. That's the only thing that I can't.
Okay.
Populous isn't a good
Populous
game.
probably isn't in the 70s, right?
No, I wouldn't think so.
I say go for it.
All right. You want to go for it?
I say yeah.
Populous, locking it in. It is Super Bomberman 2.
Oh.
I never would have gotten there. And I love the
Yeah.
Super Bomberman
Yeah.
games.
I totally
Never
forgot
would have
about
gotten
that.
there. Well, let's remember Populous for the next quiz.
Well, we were thinking, recording that room. We didn't record Bomberman 2 in that room.
We recorded that at
Ramones.
Ramones. Yeah. With Master Cycle Bear and Kevin Link.
Yep.
Yeah. And Ramon, of course. we were like, no, get out. This is your basement, but
a good house cuckolding. Go upstairs.
you can watch. All right, basement. Tell them how good it is. Fuck, marry, kill. I love this. Krang, Shredder, Rat King.
I say kill Krang. Fuck the Rat King. I said that sentence too much. Fuck the Rat King and marry Shredder.
That's my answer, too.
So you're going to kill Krang.
Yeah, I'm not a big Krang fan.
So are we taking this like literally fucking? Because Shredder fucks.
Shredder fucks, but...
Rat King don't have shit. No, I'm not going to marry the Rat King. I mean, he's got rats and a flute. You know?
Mm.
He's cool. I like him. I guess he has that little jet ski with the snakes on it.
If someone's redoing a restaurant, he'd get that restaurant shut down.
That is true. But I mean, I think Krang and Shredder could probably manage.
Yeah, but they're going to destroy it. But Rat King's going to ruin the reputation.
You like the intrigue?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's a good argument. But I do like Rat King quite a bit.
the rats could like steal stuff for you and never get caught and bring it back down. Like, yeah.
But
I mean, you got an army of like robots.
but Shredder's got a bunch of teenage boys that steal TVs out of trucks.
That's true, but they're not going to want to shower.
Neither are the rats.
You can give a rat a bath. I just keep thinking about that episode of Kimmy Schmidt where that one girl starts the cult, only she has boy husbands,
Right.
and they all just argue about whether they showered or not. They didn't. You can smell them.
If you marry Krang, you could go to Dimension X. And like, I mean, it's probably great there, right? I'll kill Krang. God damn it. Shredder fucks. I'm going to fuck Shredder. I guess I'm going to marry Rat King. I'm not happy about it, but.
No one is.
All right. Next question. Fuck, marry, kill. Bowser, Wart, Smithy. Super Mario RPG, which of course you knew that. I needed a reminder.
I didn't know that. I don't know who they
Describe Smithy to me again. All I remember is Mac the Knight.
His first form looks like Santa Claus.
And Cake Guy.
Yeah, because his first form, he's got the big Santa Claus beard. He's made of metal. He has the star on his chest, and he's hammering out all the enemies.
Okay.
You break through the floor, and he falls down, and then he shows you his true form, which is just the metal ball head, and he forms his head into a tank.
Oh, okay.
And a television set with a cat in it and a wizard. So he's a body with another body of a wizard on it.
I liked I wish everyone could see your wizard gesture.
That's how he casts spells, because
Yeah.
he just goes, and little lightning bolts come out of his fingers.
Maybe we do need a video element to this podcast, because I think that would have really sold
animate
it.
that?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's our TikTok.
You don't get much Smithy. You don't know who's running it all until you actually get to Smithy.
Yeah. But which Bowser?
Do I get to pick the Bowser? Because I get to,
King Koopa?
I'll marry the Bowser from Mario RPG. That's a good Bowser.
That is a good
Damn
Bowser.
good Bowser. But I don't want to marry the Bowser from Mario Party. Fuck that Bowser. That's the worst Bowser.
The Bowser in Super Mario RPG understands that the Dom in the relationship actually has less power than the sub.
Yep.
Because he has limits that he has to respect. But at the same, it's a thin line. It's a very thin line. That's the Bowser we get in Super Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because if I get to pick that Bowser, then I'm going to kill Smithy, fuck Wart and his big frog pussy, and then
his big dreamy frog pussy.
I'm gonna shove turnips in his mouth and fuck his frog pussy. He gets real tight when you shove turnips in his mouth.
I like how you think.
Then I'm gonna marry Mario RPG Bowser.
Okay. All right. I love Mario RPG Bowser. I think he's really cool. I like him. But I do love Super Mario Brothers 2 a lot. And because of that, I do love Wart. I wish that Wart...
And Wart is in Link's Awakening. He's got some cool music.
Yeah. And I love him in that. I have to marry Wart. I just have to.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a crown and he's in the dream world. So maybe, he should be included in some Kirby in Kirby games, maybe. Kirby and Dreamland.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Wart is relegated after his defeat. And he's a playable character. I don't know. I didn't think about it, Nintendo.
Wart for Smash.
Wart for God, please, Jesus. That would be. I know they're done, but man,
Who was the last character?
They were announcing that in today's direct.
Oh, really? I thought they were done.
Okay.
I thought it was
There
all
was one more.
I thought the Tekken guy was the last one.
One more.
Okay,
There.
maybe it's Wart,
Maybe it's Wart.
and it's not Waluigi, right?
I
Are we gonna look it up right now?
I'm gonna see if they announced it.
Yeah, the direct was earlier.
I know
today.
they announced it because they said they were going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna marry Wart. I have to marry Wart because of that. I'm gonna fuck Bowser.
October 5th.
October 5th.
Yeah.
They're gonna announce the last one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought they were announcing
During
it today.
September's Nintendo Direct, it was revealed that the final Mr. Sakurai Presents will take place on October 5th.
Come on, Wart.
So they announced when it would be on today's Nintendo Direct.
And then I'll kill Smithy. Just because really, truly, I didn't even remember them. And after you described them, I vaguely remember them.
Yep.
So the cake guy, I kind of remember the cake guy, the wedding.
Chef, the wedding cake with Chef Tort and his assistant.
Yeah. And I remember
Did that
Mac
cake
and
just move? No, you are the idiot. It did not move.
Right. What do you think, Ian?
I don't know. Never played it. Don't have a clue.
Okay. How about Bowser? Would you fuck him?
I'd probably just end up marrying Bowser, just because that's the only one I know out of what you're telling me.
Yeah.
He's gonna cheat on you, kidnapping somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, I know,
but he's got a kingdom.
He's got money.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take his money. I don't give a shit.
Did you
go fucking chase after this fucking girl that you're never gonna get?
I mean, you could get Bowsette though. You bury Bowser, so
yeah.
I did like that Bowsette shit for a minute. That was pretty. That was pretty good. I did like that. Come back, Bowsette stuff. Why'd you leave so soon?
Where did you? We hardly knew you.
Boozette and Dry Bonesette,
right? And Chompette.
Chompette.
Yeah. It was good. I liked it. It was good shit. I didn't see any wartettes.
You're right.
Next question. Fuck, marry, kill. Oh shit. You boys got an hour?
Oh no.
Popeyes, Sonic, Taco John's. The fast food places, not cartoons or video games.
That's a toughie.
But really, if Popeye, Sonic, and Taco John were to get into a fight, who would win?
Probably Sonic.
It's down to Sonic or Popeye,
he's
right?
So fat. Yeah, Taco John's just dead, in round one.
Or is there raw spinach growing in the Green Hill Zone?
Right. It depends on Popeye's access to spinach, obviously. But I think naturally, Sonic's just got the advantage.
What if Taco John and Popeye team up and Taco John, Popeye's barely holding Sonic back, barely, and then Taco John arrives with spinach, and then Popeye eats it, kills Sonic, and then kills Taco John.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because he would do that.
He would fucking do it.
Because Taco
arms
John
get all big and steam come out of his fucking pipe and just I am what I am, and he just beats Sonic to death. One shot right through, just a hole right through Sonic's belly.
I want to see one Punch Man
looking
redone.
down in shock, his entrails hanging out. How did he hit me? And then he just falls dead.
I desperately want to see One Punch Man redone as Popeye. desperate in that style,
Popeye-sama.
right. Yeah, it's a Japanese track. But it's done in the 30s Popeye animation style, and it is Popeye. And he's fighting the villains from One Punch Man.
Now you see though, it's also possible that the Taco John's guy takes off that serape and then just grows into this gigantic, hairy, just fucking big man, and Popeye's looking up at him. Oh fuck. And then dude just straight squishes him.
Must be a Tuesday.
Yes, it's that's his superpower. He
what
can
a horrible
only do
night
that.
for a curse.
He can only do that on a Tuesday. Yes. As for the restaurants,
As for fucking the restaurants,
I'm killing
that Rat King is definitely getting closed down.
I'm killing Sonic because I do love their drinks.
They got good drinks. But I mean, Dairy Queen's also there.
Drinks are good. Their ice cream's okay.
I take that back. I'm killing Popeyes, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I don't eat there that much. Their sandwich is good, but there's plenty of other ones out there that I like.
They got blackened tenders though; those are nice with that Mardi Gras sauce.
Yeah,
and their biscuits are fire,
doesn't
man.
mean anything to me.
Oh, and the red beans and rice is really good. Their mashed potatoes are even a little spicy, man. Popeyes,
you Louisiana-born motherfucker, you're biased.
Well, I mean, look, I don't get on you about bourbon.
You're Louisiana fresh.
You would know.
My new Steve name. Louisiana Fresh. Dry tubs and Louisiana Fresh.
There you go. Brilliant. No, you're right. And I just don't. That's just not.
I'm writing that down. Hey, Siri. Remind me to change my Steam name to Louisiana Fresh.
All right. I've added it to reminders.
Thank you. Sorry. Stupid robot.
I don't have enough invested in Popeyes to it just doesn't appeal to me as much. I like the one thing, and then the rest of it, I could take it or leave it.
Okay.
Nothing against it. It's just not for me.
Sure. The one thing you like, I'm not offended.
I know.
The one thing that you do like is the chicken sandwich. Yes.
I do like that sandwich,
Okay.
but I could live without it because, like I said, there's plenty of others out there.
There are a lot of
that
chicken
are good.
sandwiches. Yeah.
We talked about that recently. In fact, it's definitely up there. Like
It's a
in
good
the
sandwich.
top 2.
I like it. My big complaint about it is that it is not a dry sandwich, and by that I mean the chicken, not the chicken, but they use sauce to make that sandwich spicy.
I think a spicy chicken sandwich to be a contender should just be a dry chicken sandwich.
Right. It's gotta be in the bread.
It's got to be in the bread.
Right.
Right. That's how it really has the most punch.
Because
and
then
it's less
it's
messy.
because I'm considering it the chicken. It's your sauce.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
fuck
And I
that.
do like the sauce, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys get it.
I'm going to fuck Sonic. And-
Tails is gonna be pissed.
Yeah, he is. I just watched that movie for the first time, by the way.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
it's pretty
fun.
good, isn't
I
it?
thought it was really,
Yeah.
it was surprising how much I liked
Yeah.
it.
Henry liked it.
I didn't care to see it. You know, I mean, it wasn't that I was actively avoiding it. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
never got around to watching
Sure.
it. And if it came on HBO or something the other day, and I sat down and I actually was like watching it. I'm like, this is pretty good. Hey, honey, could you bring me a beer? I don't want to miss. It's Sonic's on.
and a chili dog. I don't know why.
And a Chaos Emerald?
The reason I'm not, and I'm marrying Taco John's just because
Okay.
I like every
Because there's a whole lot of
single-
Mexican going on.
It is. And I like every single thing they have to eat at Taco John's. I could eat literally anything from Taco John's menu and be happy. With
Once
it.
a week, I'm going to bring you a menu item from Taco
Do it.
John's. We're
I
going to
will.
put this to the test.
I've probably already had everything on the menu at least.
I do like the
once.
Mexi roll. Mexi rolls are good.
They've changed them though.
What?
They used to be different. They're not the same as they used to be.
They changed the
How
churros too.
long has it been since you've had a Mexi roll?
I think the last time I had a Mexi roll was with Pinball Archmage Chris Edler when he recorded Sonic Spinball with us, maybe.
Shit,
Which was
yeah.
probably, I don't know, 4 years ago.
Well, I
5
don't
years
know
ago.
if they've changed since then, but they've changed from what I remembered them to be.
Okay.
So, they used to be these tight rolled corn,
So tight. The tightest.
the
Yeah.
tightest of rolled
tightest.
corn. The tightest of all the rolled
Like
corns.
it's gagging on a turnip. Yeah.
Getting it right up the
Eyes
frog
all
pussy.
bulged out.
Yeah.
They
I
were
love how you were looking at me like Dave knows what I'm talking
Dave
about.
knows. He'll appreciate it.
Yeah, I do. I get it.
but you know what I'm talking. They almost look
Black tears.
I get it. Look, yeah, you're sold.
what are those things you can get? They were like that but with a corn shell.
Sure.
right?
I know. Yes, that's what I'm used to. And then like fry that thing.
Now they're flour.
Oh, fuck that noise.
Yeah.
I'm killing Taco John's.
But I like all the stuff on their menu. Sonic, the only thing I like from Sonic really, I don't care for their food. I used to, but it
It's
was hit or miss
expensive.
and it's expensive. Sometimes it tasted bad, sometimes it was really good. But their fried things like the corn tater tots.
Lest we forget the tots, right? I was going to bring up the
terrible
tots.
French fries. They all the whatever grease they use always makes it. It stays with me. It like I can taste it 2 hours later, and I don't like that. So I'm fucking Sonic for all the slushes and limeades and ice cream treats that they have. But I'm gonna marry Taco John's because in the long run, I think even though there's not as much variety, like you can get all kinds of shit at Sonic, right?
Yeah.
You can get hot dogs, hamburgers.
You go, yeah.
But Taco John's, that's who I'm marrying.
All right. Okay. I can respect this.
And I love the variety of Popeyes because you have a strong point, Dave, with all that. But at the same time, like whenever I have that choice, I go to Taco John's a lot more.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to have to marry Taco John's. I'm going to fuck Popeyes and kill Sonic.
I'm killing Sonic
Yeah.
because, man, I do not like Sonic. There's not much of anything I like about Sonic. And the drinks, I agree, the drinks are good, but they're all like super sugary, full blown calorie drinks, and I get
That is true.
And I like if that's what you're going for, that's great. But Davy Poo, don't fucking roll with that shit anymore.
Yeah.
So it's not even in the equation. Like ice cream, I'll do, but if
if you're gonna do ice cream, you're going to Dairy
DQ,
Queen.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
DQ
that's
something
the only
different
place
right
to
down the
get it.
fucking street. Yeah.
That's right. I love how you keep working their slogans.
Well, look, man, I'm
That's
trash.
brilliant.
I know all slogans.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I guess I also still get like at Sonic. It's like, oh, do I need to tip? So rolling it out here.
You do. The answer
but
is
I don't.
yes.
Do I have cash? I don't. I just not gonna go to Sonic. So,
There's like some fucking truth in that shit for sure. Like even when we order pizza, a lot of times it's like, first of all, they'll have carry out specials a lot of times, and we don't have to worry about tipping. And I mean,
I don't have the option here. I can't get delivery pizza.
yeah, you gotta pick it up.
Yep.
And there are definitely times where it's like, I'm a little sideways, and it's like, I want a pizza, and I don't want anybody to go get that. I want that pizza. I want to live like an American and have this pizza brought to me. I want this $7 pizza brought to my home. And then we'll do that, and then totally tip. And we tip generously when we do that for sure. But also a lot of the places that we like, pizza places we like to eat, like Pizza by the Pound doesn't deliver. So it's just kind of one of those.
God, they could not, if they started offering delivery, I don't see how they could possibly manage it. They can barely manage their kitchen as it is.
I know.
That place is a shit show.
Yeah, it's definitely.
We don't even go there anymore.
But what's fucked up is I know on this, I think I told on this show, like years ago, I went there on my birthday because it's like, in my family, when it's your birthday, we go out to eat, and whoever's birthday it is, they pick the restaurant. That's just how we do it. And I love Pizza by the Pound, so I chose Pizza by the Pound. So we go out to Pizza by the Pound, and man, we placed the order. We sat there for so long. People came in, sat down, ordered, got their pizzas before we got
happens all the time
our
there.
very
Yes.
simple order of a large pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. And then they probably hadn't even put it in the oven.
And
They
we
hadn't
didn't-
made it.
We didn't get refills. I mean, it was just
It's like you weren't there.
It was like we were not there.
I hate
Yeah.
their food is amazing. Like their pizzas are amazing.
Yeah.
Their sandwiches, everything on the
I
menu.
haven't had any. I just like
Oh,
the pizza.
Well, I've ventured off.
It's tough for me to venture off.
It's tough because
'Cause
their
I like
pizza
it.
is so fucking good. But if you're not there if you're sitting down, you've got a 50-50 shot
Yeah.
as to whether or not you're ever going to eat, much less anytime soon.
Sure.
And especially now, like we don't order from there as much as we used to. We used to go there like every week.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But during COVID, they shut down the dining room and only did carry out.
Right.
Just as soon as that mandate was lifted, and this is when the first part of the pandemic was still in full effect, I walked in there. There was 100 people in that dining room. And
Yeah.
the dining room's about as big as this room
Yes.
that we're in.
Imagine a 2-car garage.
And of course, they've got, I've said this before, they've got the Trump hat sitting up here and nobody's wearing a mask and it's just, I hate going there for that reason.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's the only way you can get their pizza. So I will tolerate carry out, but I will never, ever go there to sit down and eat.
No, we just do carry out because, like, if one thing, honestly, this pandemic has taught me is that, and I think we've talked about this on the show already. I want to eat my food at home.
Yes, I do too. Watch my TV
Yep.
on my couch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what, like, if we go through the drive-through, Melissa, me, and the girls, like, their food will be gone by the time we get home, and I still have my bag in my lap, just folded up. Like, I will wait till
Right.
I'm at home.
You're disciplined.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm like a dog. The food comes out the window and it's gone. It's gone. And Nikki is you, where Nikki will wait until she gets home. She'll get home. She'll put the bag on the table. She'll go to the bathroom. She'll change clothes. She'll get her drink, get it just the way that she wants it. Then she'll sit down, pull the sandwich out of the bag, open the sandwich, rearrange the condiments.
I was about to just say.
Oh my God.
That's how I do it. That's how we do it at my house.
I can't do that shit. I can't do it, man. It's just like it's all go to the same place.
Because that's why even if we eat something at home, like it takes me so much longer because I will put the condiments, get my sides, get a drink, and the rest of the girls are just like, it's hot pan to mouth, hot pan to mouth.
It's fucking agonizing. It's agonizing. And like Nikki, like it's a joke now. Or like when we eat lunch together, Nikki will ask me, "What do you want to eat?" I'm like, "Just fucking put it in a trough, and I'll whatever you bring home or whatever we decide to do here." I'm going to just eat it immediately and I'm going to burn my mouth. It's going to be fine.
We've just always done it that way. We wait till we get it home and sit down together and eat.
Oh, that's so
we both
nice.
do it.
That's so nice that you're synced up like that.
Well, and like I told you earlier, I usually am the one that goes and picks up the takeout.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a troll toll. Which means
right, of course.
If she orders, like if we go to Dairy Queen, she always orders cheese curds, little fried cheese balls.
Squeak.
I get a couple.
Right.
I get a couple of those.
Yeah.
And if she gets a blizzard, I get a bite of that. That happens.
That's tax. That's fair.
troll tax. That's in the car. Just as soon as I get that, I get my bites.
You do not get the first bites
I do.
of the fucking blizzard. You get the first bite of her blizzard?
You damn
Holy
right I do.
shit, that is a fucking steep tax.
I do.
You get the green hit of the
do.
blizzard.
Absolutely.
Fuck.
Sometimes it's just what.
Jesus, man.
Sometimes it's
I didn't
what-
realize you were this intense.
Whatever, when they whip it up and it gets above the lid,
Yeah.
above the rim.
Yeah, the cruft.
I have the shittiest cup holders in the world in my truck.
Yeah,
I have to get that off of there and put a lid on it.
gotcha.
And if it's too tall,
That's true.
the lid just smashes.
I've ruined cup holders transporting blizzard.
Yeah.
because it
Oh no,
just-
I've got the fucking nest of napkins.
Yeah.
And then I set that in there and I put a lid on it. But I got to sometimes clear that off.
Uh-huh.
If it's not above the lip of the cup, I will not
So you
eat
get
a
your
blizzard.
you get your blizzard knife in the glove compartment. You just cut it off.
Just, like a Stella.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I will do that. I will not take it if it's not above. I will respect that. But mostly I do that blizzard thing to keep the ice cream from fucking falling over and getting all over the place.
Sure.
The 2 cheese curds, when they're at their absolute hottest, is what I definitely eat right
That's
then and
when
there.
all
See,
food is the
that's-
best.
That's how Melissa is. Like
Man.
if I mean, I don't mind cold food. I usually prefer colder
Oh,
foods.
dude,
That
it's
doesn't bother
got-
me at all.
oh.
So I cannot bring her Taco John's. She won't eat it. By the time it gets here,
I get it.
doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
So like, especially because she wants a crunchy taco. By the time it gets here, it's fair. It's no longer a crunchy taco.
Yeah.
So like that has to be straight out of the drive-through, eating there right away.
I get to grab, again, I grab a couple fries or I'll grab a bite of something.
Yeah.
Potato ole.
yeah.
Something just as it holds me over till I get it home. Which
Yeah.
I don't live far from anywhere we go.
Mm.
We're right in the middle of town. So
Sure,
I'm
right.
2 minutes from every fucking restaurant in the middle of town.
Yeah.
I do get a bite, but after that, I roll up the bag. Like I roll it up to keep myself out of it. And then take it home. We set it down. We get all our drinks and all of our stuff. Plates.
Yeah.
We plate our fast food. Don't just eat it off the wrapper most of the time, And then, we sit and eat it.
I get bitched at for the speed at which I eat every day.
Really?
Every day. It's like, because they're
Too
all done,
slow?
ready to go, and I'm like halfway done because I've taken so much time to
It's
yeah.
slow.
get
I
everything
thought you were going to
ready.
say they were saying you were eating too fast. I'm like, these are the people that are eating the food in the car
'cause
before
as
you ever
soon-
get
as soon
home.
as- yeah.
Fuck that.
Man, Henry and I are just, the food hits the table and it just, Henry's like, bloop, pops out of the seat and like goes, runs off. It's a fucking Nikki's the only civilized one. But like, what bothers me the most about it is I want to wait. I want to wait and I want to have a meal with my wife. I cannot do it. I can't. And like what happens is I'm waiting, and I'm just getting angry with her. And it's like I'm keeping it
Now
in
you're starting to think that she's doing it
on
to
purpose.
punish you
right.
in some
And
way
now
or
I'm
to be a
starting-
dick.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, and I don't want to say anything
She's
because,
edging me. This is bullshit.
but in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, play this game and you'll eat in 40 seconds. But like, if there is like, I start getting angry, but I don't say anything because I know I'm getting unreasonable. It's like, this is unreasonable. Like, she's just doing her thing. She's just eating her food the way she wants to do it. So the compromise is, I'm not waiting for you. I mean, I'll sit around while you eat. I'll be done.
Well, I was going to ask you that. Like, we used to sit at the table because we had the table in the kitchen and we would sit there and watch TV. But we got to the point where we were never leaving the table, like ever. We'd sat there literally all the time and just watch TV at the table in the kitchen, starting to cause back problems, right? So we moved into the living room. We got some TV trays. We're like, fuck it. But our thing was, no one gets up till everyone's finished eating. And usually I'm the slower eater. Tanya probably would be, but she doesn't eat enough. Like she's finished before me because she gets
Just
full
volume,
so fast. Yeah. But we'll wait for each other to finish eating before we start. I don't get up and start doing dishes while she's eating and vice versa.
Right.
I was going to ask you if are you waiting or
I'm waiting. Henry will leave.
The kid,
and it's fine because I mean it's like he's got
wolves in that room.
He's got wolves to train and tame, and his bedtime's way earlier than mine. So it's like, I get it. You go enjoy your enjoy your shit before it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
But I'll sit with Nikki and then I'll talk to her while she finishes her meal. But I mean, like like the food hits when it gets to the door. If I haven't already eaten it, I'm eating it immediately while she does all her prep.
The fastest I'd ever seen anyone eat, though, was my high school girlfriend ate like a fucking conehead because if we would go to like Hardee's.
Caviar fame?
Yeah. Before, like if we'd eat before we go to the high school, I could get her a Frisco breakfast sandwich.
That's a big breakfast
with hash
sandwich.
Browns.
That is a big sandwich for breakfast.
She could have it damn near eaten while we were pulling out of the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Like it was unbelievable how fat. I mean, she would just like unhinge her fucking jaw and she would tear like
consume mass quantities.
Yeah. And be almost done with the sandwich and getting to the hash browns.
Like
as we're hitting the highway 30 feet from the fucking window.
That's no fucking joke then, because like, I could eat half a biscuit in 2 bites, right? Or a breakfast biscuit. That Frisco breakfast sandwich is 2 pieces of Texas toast filled with, the bacon, the egg, and the whatever.
That's a good sandwich.
That's a big size sandwich to have finished before you get to the road.
Arby's the same way. Yeah. Arby's, like if we went into Arby's, because people would go into the Arby's in Draftonville outside the high school, like so I would bring the food back to the table, then go up to get my horsey sauce and ketchup, come back, she's done.
Damn.
All gone. And then she'd cry about like, I feel fat.
Why do you think that is?
All right. Everything's okay. Do you want me to go get you a pie? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel fat, but do you know what would make me feel better?
Oh, man. So many conversations were had because I had to talk to her for hours and hours every single night on the phone.
Oh.
And so many nights were me listening to her cry about being happy with her weight while eating chocolate cake. And she wasn't heavy. She just had dysmorphia. I don't know. But also didn't want to do it. I don't know. She was her home life was strange to say the least, but it was crying overweight, eating chocolate cake while looking at really expensive houses on the internet.
Wait, what age was this?
High school, like
looking at expensive houses.
She'd look up, it might have been Zillow. I don't know if Zillow was around, but she was
Zillowing before it was cool.
She was looking at multi-million-dollar homes, telling me that how rich she was going to be, so she could live in homes like this.
That panned out, right? She did get rich and.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Lives in a multi-million-dollar
I was
home.
telling the story the other night because we were at Melissa's dad's house going through old VHS tapes, and which I also love that he sent me the video of Melissa's 16th birthday. I posted that on The Nation.
Oh yeah,
I saw that. I was
funny.
looking at that a minute ago. That's awesome.
It was nice seeing her look at me the way she looks at me now. Back then, saying happy birthday to her.
I might have to make a Facebook exception and
I'll just show you. You don't have to.
Oh, thank you, Jesus, thank you.
And I was talking about how we broke up. We were together for, years, broke up, got back together for like 6 months. In that 6 months, like I clearly hated her. I hated being with her. Like it was not working out. And toward the end, like she knew it too. We were both unhappy. We were about to break up.
You didn't like her caviar.
Right. And she knew because I made that video of all my friends saying how we should get back together. And I'm filming Good Time Gatsby talking about it. And you can hear her coughing in the background. It's Melissa because she fucking hated her. She hated Melissa. Like, high school girlfriend knew. She knew where my heart was. Even back then, it was fucking obvious.
Yeah.
So, and Melissa and I, we had a thing where we could have kind of gotten together, but I was already back with high school girlfriend. I didn't want to cheat. I didn't want to start anything out like that. So nothing happened. But I told high school girlfriend about it because, of course, I hated her and I wanted her to be like, look at this shit. Fuck you. So she knew. And I remember I was driving her home one day and she was like, you know, who knows where we're going to go. But if, like, say you're older and you're married and you woke up one morning and there was just a car in your driveway. And it was, it's from me. I bought it. I bought it for you, after I'm a doctor for a while. You think your wife be mad? And I was like, no, I can't say, it's a car. I can't say Melissa would be mad at all. And that was in a woman who I would generally call to be emotionally intense was the angriest I'd ever seen her in my life.
Yeah.
She fucking hit the roof.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah. So I'd kill Sonic.
I was hoping you'd get back to it. Yep.
And then I'm really glad that potato allays came up because that is the one food that I'm not the one. There are several foods I don't mind to eat not super hot. I prefer to. But the potato allays, because of the way they're seasoned, it's like those can be like room temperature and it's fine. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to marry Taco John's or Popeyes. It's really tough. But it's...
If I had to eat one or the other for the rest of my life, I'm going Popeyes.
Me too.
But just like one off, I
think I'd fuck Taco John's and marry Popeyes. Also, Henry loves Popeyes, like their chicken legs. So that is also kind of that's gonna probably tip the scales for me.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Is that it? Did we do the quiz?
We did.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
That was the last question.
But what game are we going to play next week?
Thanks, Ross. Good quiz.
Yes,
Thank
good
you,
quiz.
Ross. Please let us know how everything goes.
Yeah, I hope everything works out great. It sounds like it's gonna.
Yeah.
Sounds like it will. All right, what are we going to play next week?
Unless you're a Time Lord and that thing is going on in your other heart too, so you have to have another surgery.
That's Josh Edwards, though.
No, yeah, you're right. But Ross is actually British.
We can't take that. We could strip Josh Edwards of his title.
No. Ross could be. He's Josh Edwards' master.
Yeah, there you go.
Or companion. That's sexier to me.
he's Martha Jones.
You want to figure out what we're doing?
We are. Let me grab this batter up peripheral real quick.
We're going to continue playing from the SNES online, right?
Until we're done. Yeah.
All right.
So go ahead and put in, set it Wild and Crazy Kid style. So I put my forehead in it.
Mm-hmm.
Put my no hono random direction.
Yes.
Say the
Random.
prayer we all love to say. No whammies. Stop.
42, Psycho Dream. So let me ask you guys a question.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Japanese only release.
We said we were going to do only the American releases and then maybe do an episode about all the others or the puzzle games or whatever.
I say reroll.
Okay.
No whammies. Stop.
18, Super Puyo Puyo 2.
All right.
Japanese only puzzle game. Psycho Dream's not. I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
Oh, Psycho Dream's not?
No, Psycho Dream is a platformer.
But it's Japanese only.
It is Japanese
No,
only.
let's keep
All right.
we'll
Okay.
roll.
All right. 12, Brawl Brothers.
And we haven't done that?
I don't think that we have done Brawl Brothers. I know that's in the Rushing Beat saga, I think. And I think we've only done Peacekeepers, which I believe is the last one in that series.
This is a brawler, right?
I do believe that this is.
Swear to God, if this turns out to be a fighting game.
So I'm pulling these from NintendoLife.com. That's the list that I'm using. They have it listed as a fighting game, but I think that I don't think it's a fighting
got
game.
brawl in the title.
I think that this is a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Okay.
But we've been wrong about that already once.
Yeah,
So
with
Tough
Tough
Enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
All right, Brawl Brothers it is.
Brawl Brothers?
Brawl Brothers it
All right,
is.
Brawl
Cool.
Brothers. Whether it's a fighting game or a beat 'em up, we're
Yep.
doing it.
Get it done.
All right.
Cool. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play, just the general internet.
Search for us.
Yeah, we're there. You find shit. You want to send us something? We're taking stuff. We'll always
Yeah.
take stuff.
Yeah,
Send
yeah.
that to TADPOG Studios. We just paid for the PL box again, so come
Right.
on, fill it up.
Yeah, let's use it.
TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, PL Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. You can give us a call, 270-883-2555. We're TADPOG_podcast on Instagram and on Twitter. I posted what I thought was a funny meme and got immediately removed from TADPOG the other day. So that's another
Facebook removed it?
That's another strike. Yep.
What was the meme?
It was Jeffrey Dahmer at Five Guys with the caption, "Doesn't taste like Five Guys."
That's pretty good.
So, but no, immediate removal strike. I can't stream or do whatever for 30 days. Like, it's like,
Wow.
Facebook.
so if it just gets eaten, fuck it. Like, Facebook is fucking stupid.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
But episode posts and memes on there. You can like that dank shit. We're on TADPOG Nation, and then Discord.
Yeah. bit.ly/Tadpog Discord. It's neat. It's neat.
It is neat.
We play
That's a
games on
good
there.
word for it.
Yeah, we talk to each other on there. It's kind of like IRC, if you're familiar with IRC, with a whole bunch of different channels on it, and voice channels, and we use that when we play Super Animal Royale and stuff like that. I know Thursday nights is Game Buds night, which I typically miss because we're recording, but a whole bunch of people play in there, so check it out. I guess is my point. Join the Discord.
And then you got that Twitch.
Yeah, I stream on Sunday nights, twitch.tv/Tadpog_podcast. I'll be streaming Brawl Brothers this Sunday. So come check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Most importantly, got that Patreon.
Patreon.
Big ups from Cousin David.
God, Cousin David, I
Yeah.
fucking love you, man. Cousin David is like, I don't want to play favorites, but like Cousin David's like a real good cousin.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Cousin David's a real good cousin. I'll never forget when he wet the bed when I was over there. And then we played Double Dragon 2. It was good times. But yeah, Cousin David's awesome. I hope I get to see him again soon. He comes down for like Tadpog proms and everything, even though he can only stay for a little bit of time. Yeah. Super supportive. Yeah. Cousin David's
Thank
a
you,
good
Cousin
cousin.
David.
He's a good cousin. Thank you.
And meanwhile, I haven't spoken to my cousins. I have 3 in years.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like them or
Plug
that
them
they-
up. Let's call our cousins.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe a fun experience.
The next episode. Oops, all
The
Ian's
what-
cousins.
I don't
Just
want
oops,
that.
all cousins. We'll all call all our cousins.
I like that.
my
all of
cousins,
our cousins.
my
It'll be
cousins are
real
cool,
fun to
but-
call my cousin Rebecca. You can
Is
follow.
she in the fighting game?
You can follow. She could be. She's. I'll give everybody her TikTok. She's got a.
Oh, yeah.
She's a fun lady.
Okay. All right. I'm going to follow her on TikTok. Who is she? Oh, nope. Gonna skip that.
It'll take me a minute to find her.
Gonna turn my phone down. I'm just gonna type in Tyler's cousin and see what pops up.
Not your average woman. One. The number 1.
I'm not like other girls. Not your average woman. 1.
Good subreddit, not like the other girls. I like that one.
Not your average woman. 1. She's gonna get so many fucking followers.
Please do. She would love it.
There is a not your average woman.
Right.
So
And
she's
then
not your average woman. 1.
There's also a not your average woman 143.
And I mean, I hadn't spoken to her for years and years and years. And all of a sudden, I I friended her on Facebook because I noticed we weren't friends, and then she sent me a message like, I don't speak to a lot of our family anymore. I'm tired of, the Trump bullshit. And I was like, oh, no. We're safe. We're good. Don't worry about it. So now we've hung out, like she's organized like dinners, had a thing at her house, like reconnected with cousins and stuff that I haven't spoken to in a very long time.
Cool. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, no, it's been very nice.
Anything else from Patreon?
I think that's it. Cousin David.
Very good.
I bought a new camera. I bought a second camcorder with some Patreon money. So we got 2 camcorders now. And so what I'd like to do is I'm going to try to get this eating thing scheduled so we can go ahead and record it maybe in chunks. That way it'd be easier to edit and easier on our stomachs. So maybe we can group things together. Like these are the fishy things.
Stuff
these
we have
are the
to
hot
cook,
things.
stuff with chips.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I feel like that would be really good. I feel like you would be really good at figuring out like all this stuff needs to go together and this stuff.
Plus, we do have a Carolina Reaper turkey injector that Chris Vaughn sent us a long time ago.
So we need a turkey.
I would need to roast a turkey with it.
Oh man, can we do that?
Yeah, I could get some Cornish game hens and use it in it. We'll just each have a hot hen.
How much? But would it work? I don't know. Like, would you have to?
I would think so.
Okay. All right.
I'll play with it.
All right. Okay. I love this. Yeah. I'm down for this. This sounds great. Thanksgiving's coming up.
That's true.
If you want to have a TADPOG Thanksgiving.
TADPOG Thanksgiving.
I love it.
Man, that would be a good time to do that.
We could throw a tablecloth over this table. We could have a centerpiece.
See, that makes me want to eat them all at once because we'd have the whole huge TADPOG Thanksgiving spread of everything and then have the turkey with the hot ass injector, as it's called.
You could do.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
that's
God
pretty
damn
good.
it,
We
that's
need to
good.
do it before Thanksgiving though, because we'd want to drop it on Thanksgiving.
We'd want to recover for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that is true too. Also, our families probably wouldn't appreciate it if we were.
See ya, we're gonna go destroy our assholes. Happy Thanksgiving.
Ian, would you like to be on a Thanksgiving dinner or TADPOG Thanksgiving dinner?
I probably won't eat much.
Okay.
But I'll be there.
We'll set up a kids table.
Yeah, put me at the kids table. I love it.
Casey wanted in for that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is gonna be I need more cameras. Can we do it next November?
Yep.
I only got 2 cameras. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I need more lights too.
I'm gonna have a full fucking studio before it's all said and done.
Man, I like the idea of TADPOG Thanksgiving a lot.
That's the perfect thing to do for it. It really is. Shit, we could decorate and shit.
It'd be really good. It's a lot of work though. Let's be honest.
It'd be really good. That's what we should do.
We should do it. We should do it, definitely.
Well, you can film some of the shit leading up to, some of the stuff that you don't want to put on the, make that the finale. The Thanksgiving is the dinner is the finale, but you've got maybe a couple that you did.
What about candy?
A few of the things
for Halloween.
Oh.
Do we have a bunch of candy? Like, could we theme it that way?
There's some gummies,
We have
right?
that hot gummy bear. We could do the death nut. I mean, yeah, we could definitely break it out some of that shit. Yeah, I've got some hot chocolate in there.
Maybe. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure we have enough. You know what I mean? But even if it's a super short video, like even if it's like a 5-10 minute thing for like the candy stuff, I feel like that would be okay.
Yeah.
And it would give us, it'd be a lot easier for me to edit, and it would
break it down and keep you from having to. It's a good way of separating it all, so you're not having to fucking
do everything,
pile it all on at once.
Yeah.
For a 3-hour long video, I think it's better to do it as a series and then finale it with this fucking turkey that you're talking about.
Yeah, and also
good idea.
I love the Thanksgiving a lot. Like I love that a lot, but I'm also like, okay, so September's almost over. So we'd have to do this, get it edited and everything by Thanksgiving. I'm not saying it's not impossible.
Roughly 2 months.
That's not impossible, but I mean, let's be real. We haven't been able to schedule this you know what I mean? Like
we could do it if we have a because right now it's kind of our, now there's a theme to nail it to. Before it's been more nebulous, like, we'll just try some shit, you know. But now we have something to pin it to, something to,
Okay.
you know. Now it's more concrete. It's an idea that's like, that's a good idea. I'm just
All right.
gonna do that.
Well, let's seriously figure out when we can do it.
I think that's good.
Let's seriously figure out when we can do it.
Well, do what you can, do what you need to do. I will try to be here when you guys do it.
I want you there real bad.
But I don't want to be the fly in the ointment.
I want you there real bad. I think we should all dress up.
Yep.
Like we're dressing up for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yep. Flaming hot pilgrims.
However you would. However,
okay.
However you would dress for Thanksgiving dinner.
So it's cool if I come as Wednesday Addams.
Yep.
Okay.
Eat me. Yes.
you and Melissa both.
Because I am very curious how everybody dresses when they go to their Thanksgiving dinner.
I mean, you're looking at it. We don't.
I don't want to know. I don't want.
Yeah,
No, I'm not. I would have to
surprised.
make something up because we don't do anything fancy.
Yeah. I try to dress up.
But we don't share Thanksgiving. It's
but
just
like-
us at our Thanksgiving, like me and Gage and Tanya and his wife and Cohen. That's all that we do because I don't
Yeah.
go to Nashville to see my dad
Yeah.
and Cindy because they're 2.5 hours away and I don't want to go down there.
I don't dress up nearly like. I used to wear what someone would call church clothes. I'd wear church clothes to Thanksgiving dinner, but that's when Nikki's grandmother did it, and she's not
It
around
was
anymore.
a bigger family event.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a big thing. Now it is me, my mom, Nikki, and Henry, and it's pretty casual. But I still try to wear. I still try to wear like a button up shirt. or
something
I don't know.
that's not.
So we can eat our Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, see, I'll dress nice because we have to get up and hit. The girls will go to their dad's mom's house first. And then when they're done with that, then we'll go to like my mom's house for lunch. And then Melissa's mom's house for more lunch. And then her dad's house for like dinner.
That sounds pretty good.
So,
It's a lot of eating.
That sounds pretty good.
A lot
Yeah.
of good eating, it sounds like.
Our Thanksgiving's very different for me now because when I was a kid, we would go to my grandmother's. She would make she wouldn't. My grandfather was a cook and he would make a bunch of food.
Yeah.
And then we get a whole bunch of leftovers to bring back home and we'd live on that shit for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now it's very single serving experience where it is like, we're going to just have as much food. We're going to order as much food as we're going to eat for one meal,
Yeah.
a big meal, but there's not going to be any leftovers or anything. It kind of sucks, honestly.
Well, Tanya and I are the grandparents now, and Tanya's actually a very good cook.
Yeah.
So she does the whole 9 yards. She makes the turkey, starts it the night before.
Yeah.
She'll get like the bird and put it in a crock pot, let it cook slow, and then put it in the oven to crisp it a little bit. She makes up the casseroles and the things and all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then they take home some stuff with them, and then we live off of what's left.
I do miss those turkey sandwiches.
So,
Man.
yeah.
Some salt on there. Yeah. Mayo. I'm not a big mayo guy, but mayo on a leftover turkey sandwich.
no, I like cranberry
I don't
sauce
like it on
it.
deli. Oh, yeah. Cranberry sauce. I'm not a big I know it's a delicacy, but I'm not like a big
It's
cranberry
del-
sauce guy.
I mean, just a little bit. Just
Yeah.
a little bit, Dave. It's
Yeah.
delicate.
Man, now I'm excited for Thanksgiving.
So then you take a bite of the sandwich and the monkey's paw finger curls, and then you scream, "It's dry! The turkey is a little dry!"
Our theme song is moved. So see more drive. We get that track from the shortstep.com. Hey, guys, want to close it out?
I definitely want to thank, let's think about that. You guys figure it out? I want to thank our executive producers. So we were talking about Patreon before we started talking about Thanksgiving. These are the people who donate on patreon.com/TADPOG_podcast at $20 or more a month. This episode was executive produced by Usurper Grimm. Please pledge responsibly. God Emperor Alex Pena, Cousin David Galino, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Steve Dixon, Plinko Nick Price, Clambro Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, executive producer Dig Dougie, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Time Lord Josh Edwards, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, aka Gentle G, congratulations on your marriage, Magical Sleeper, aka Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Temporal Eternal Savior Cubicle Monkey. God, man, I've always fucking struggled on that. Pinball Archmage Chris Edler. I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode. Thanks for eating Mexi rolls with me. Platinum member Brett Miller. Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins. Nate from Utah, first time caller. Zeus Laser. Boons from Brooklyn. Drinksmith Joey Webster. Big Daddy Paul Anderson. Edgelord Kyle Pertlebaugh. Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link. General Kenobi Massacre. And Andrew Rowland. Barbecue Baron. Andrew Rowland.
Nice.
As our favorite fast food mascot.
Oh my God. I love it so much. I need to think about it, though.
Think about it.
I got it. I'm cool to wait. I'm
good.
So until next time.
Tropical Capricorn. Who are you?
The panda from Panda Express.
Oh, I was Norm Macdonald, the Hardy Star.
Oh God, yes, good one.
Ian?
I was who I thought. What I thought Taco John might sound like.
Oh, all right.
But
okay.
I was trying to not be like lean into the accent.
Oh, I'm gonna play it back when I get home and see how leaned in.
It was a mumble. Really, I just didn't. I probably didn't say much of anything, if I'm being honest. So,
I love you guys. Thanks for
you.
recording.
Love you.
I don't have cancer.
now every time you say something to somebody. Did I ever mention the guy that I worked with at Harris? He was this great big dude, and apparently, I mean, he worked in the cage where they count all the money, and he would move the money from the cage to the vault. All right, and so they had to wear jumpsuits in there, like
Very flattering on a big guy.
with no pockets, because they don't want anybody trying to slip 100
Sure.
in, whatever. They leave all their personal belongings and clothes in the locker. And
Yeah.
essentially, they're down to their underwear under this jumpsuit, right? Well, this guy didn't wear underwear, and he was a big dude. He was pushing 7 foot tall, and you could tell that this dude had a great big old giant dick. Okay. And it was kind of a gag around, just about him. Everybody
would
knows.
gag on it.
Yeah, but it shows the
Hey.
words. Yeah.
But I was talking to this one girl who had fucked him, and she
Did
said,
she work there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she said he did have a huge dick. It was too big for her. She could not even begin. But she said also, and I felt bad for the guy, apparently when he gets hard, he can pass out.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
so much blood is going into this thing. And like if he gets a full-blown erection and under the wrong circumstances, he could just pass out
Like
and just
on an
hit
airplane?
the floor. Yeah. Yeah.
He's a flight risk.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I
don't
got
want
that
that.
problem too.
I don't want that problem.